Yo.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. Hello, are you there? Oh.
What's up, folks?
Hello. What's
going
up,
on? All the fellas of the interwebs.
Yeah, man. Whoa, my camera looks dark as hell. Is that just me?
I think it's because my camera has this glaring red light on my face.
Nice.
Let's change that. Let's work this out. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna change your light on your phone.
Yeah. I have these. It's really lucky, honestly, because I bought these for something totally different like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I just wanted like mood lighting in my place, and turns out it's perfect for being like a obnoxious YouTube streamer person, because now I have like just like instant vibe on command with these lights.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like
totally you, man.
They're like Bluetooth lights. Also, welcome to the show. Here we are starting the show talking about light bulbs.
Yeah. Let me do my show intro, Nate. Hello, everyone.
Up?
Welcome to Black Market Live. The live show where we talk about reggae music production.
Yes.
And we actually record and make music, all of us here together. I'm Wiesel Brandon Nisnik in Los Angeles. You are Nate Bridges.
That's
Black
me.
Market.
That's me.
In Nashville, Tennessee. What's happening?
Yes, sir.
What are we going to do? I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's this is my Death Proof shirt, which matches
that's what it is.
My Death Proof tattoo that I got recently.
That's like the least the Tarantino movie that gets the least amount of love, I feel. And you're repping it twice.
Yep.
Big time. Give us the quick why love Death Proof. I mean, look,
you know what?
It's the least loved movie of a collection of all perfect, incredible, amazing movies.
Agreed. And here's what I'll say.
Amongst Tarantino movies, like, you don't have a Pulp Fiction shirt and tattoo.
No.
Why love Death Proof?
So here's what I'll say. Oh, also we got Groove Stranger over in the Bandcamp chat. What is up, Groove Stranger? Thanks for joining. As always,
what's up, Groove?
So why the inordinate amount of Death Proof love?
Yes.
Here's what I'll say, and this is going to be a shock.
We got a hot take coming. Wow.
It is.
You got a lot of feedback on that delay. That's good. I like that.
That's how shocking it is. That's how shocking what I'm about to say is going to be for everyone.
All right. We'll get ready for this.
It is his worst movie. And yet I
wasn't expecting you to say that.
And yet I do rep it, because despite it being, I think technically, it's not one of his best. At the same time, it is my favorite. So I will concede, he's made better films that I love.
It's his worst movie and it's my favorite.
Think about that.
That makes sense.
For a second.
I understand.
I concede.
You can objectively understand and appreciate the things about it. However, favorite doesn't necessarily. That's another thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's
that makes sense.
Of a higher quality. I'm just saying I happen to like it a lot more than a lot of people.
Why?
Well, the biggest reason.
But why?
The biggest reason is I think it's the best soundtrack of all of his movies. I think it's like the coolest, most like cohesive, coherent like piece of soundtrack that he's like comprised, that he's collected. And it introduced me to like so much good shit. Like, that movie's the reason like I know about T-Rex, and like there's tons of other fucking great bands like on that soundtrack. So that being a major reason. Another reason is the iconography of this logo and the car paired with the car. It just is like, for me, it's like pure cinema movie magic. Especially because I feel like we've talked about this before, that there like aren't really a lot of great. Or it's possible I was talking to somebody else about this, but there aren't a lot of great like iconic movie cars anymore. And you used to see
Yeah, I
that.
think you must have been talking about that with somebody else, I think.
Okay, so you used to see that constantly, like in the '80s. It was like you got the Back to the Future car, you've got fucking Kit from Knight Rider, you've got fucking
A version of the Batmobile.
oh yeah, all the
Still
Batmobiles.
iconic.
Yeah, and like the more recent Batmobiles, except for the new one, which I think is fucking sweet. All the more recent Batmobiles that are kind of
Yeah,
like
we
it's
haven't
like a
talked about the Batman yet, either on the stream or off. We haven't talked about it.
yeah, we haven't. Oh, that's interesting. We could segue.
It's
into
kind of dangerous. We might spend a bit too much time talking about the Batman on our reggae show.
that. Well, you know what? We could dovetail talking about the Batman into doing another Batman dub because I actually would love to do that.
Man, we kind of missed like the perfect window of time to do that.
Absolutely, as always happens.
But hey,
yeah,
fuck it, we could do it now.
as always
Why not?
happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there have been movie cars since the '80s that are cool, but are they like iconic? And do you
Right.
imagine like 12-year-old boys like putting the posters of these cars up on their walls? Not quite. But
The Death Proof car is like those great cars. Is like a character in the movie.
absolutely, yeah.
Like it has a face and a personality.
It's Michael
You
Myers'
remember it.
knife. That's like how Kurt Russell wields the car in the movie. It's like
Whoa.
he uses the car like a gun or a knife or some kind of murder weapon. So
Wow.
there's that. I love Kurt Russell. I love that it's set
Yeah.
in Austin, Texas. I love that it's like a Texas movie. I love that it's like a mostly female cast. And I love that it's a Tarantino car chase movie. Like, it's so fucking... okay, the first time...
Just that phrase is very cool.
Yeah.
Tarantino car chase movie. And if it didn't exist already, that would be
would
like,
have to.
please God,
Please make a car chase.
please make that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I still remember when I saw... The first time I saw Death Proof... So I'm very afraid of heights and I'm very I'm sympathetic to like if I see someone else climbing up really high or like hanging on to something. I'm even feeling it right now. I can feel my palms starting to like sweat and get like
Yes.
very nervous energy.
Oh,
And
this movie must be quite an experience for you.
it was. Yeah, the end
Yeah.
part where they have Zoe Bell, the stunt woman, who's like just a character in the movie, which I also thought was so cool. She's hanging on with a belt to the front of the car while they're fucking like crashing into the other car with Kurt Russell, and they're actually driving like 100+ miles an hour. Like I literally like I was like panicky like watching it the first time, and it's like, how cool is that a movie can like physically make you feel that way? Like it's so fucking cool. So I don't know. Yes, is Pulp Fiction better? Absolutely. Is Reservoir Dogs better? Absolutely. Is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood better? Sure. Yeah, it is. I would say though, it's actually not his worst movie. I actually think Hateful Eight is below Death Proof. That's what I would
shit.
say. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I've always loved that movie, and it's a good one. I don't know. But as far as what are we getting into today? That was my job of the intro. And instead, I talked about so far. I've talked about light bulbs. I've talked about Quentin Tarantino movies. What have I not talked about? Why are we all here? What are we doing here today? What's the plan? What's this
show
whole show
of what
about?
we're doing.
Yeah. So we've got some viewer submitted music today that I'm really stoked about that Brandon
Yeah, me
picked
too.
this week out of our hat of submissions that was sent in a couple of weeks ago. We're probably going to need to actually solicit some more submissions pretty soon. We've got another couple weeks of tracks we can play, but yeah, I'll
send in your music, viewers. Tell your friends.
Absolutely.
Anyone who makes music, it doesn't need to be reggae.
Nope.
In fact, I don't think we've had a single submission that is reggae.
No. Yeah.
But that's all right.
Someone commented on a Reddit post I made that they were a label owner of like it was like a reggae label owner, and they said that they really dug the show, and I said, dude, submit literally any track from any of your bands. We would love to check it out. Like,
Nice.
you know, haven't heard back from them yet, but I hope we get some submissions from them.
What's the email address that folks should send email the folks should send music submissions to be featured on the show?
Blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. It's also in the link in the description of the video if you check that out. Likewise, the links to the music that was submitted for today's show is in the description as well. So if you dig the stuff we're playing, or if you want to skip ahead and listen to it right now, it's down there. You can go do that.
Yeah, we're probably just going to be talking about Tarantino for another 45 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
You just skip ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've got a couple songs from that. We've got Eno cards as always, and lately Eno cards have they've been throwing a wrench into my plans. Like I pull one and I'm like, this is gonna be really useful, and then I pull it and I'm like, Eno, you dastardly little fuck. That just is a confusing one for me. It's been hard for me to like implement them. So,
yeah, right. Like you already have your head on straight about the session you're about to do, and then you read that, and now you're like, well, now I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I've said this, I think last time. I think we're using the cards wrong.
I think
I think we're pulling it at the wrong moment.
I think you're right, and I think today we're gonna, because also, we're gonna record some more music today.
Yes.
I've got to send Brandon the stems, and I'll do that during the show at some point. But we're
live stem sending during the show.
Yes.
Woo, this truly is studio live show.
Think about how unprepared I would have to be to do that during the show.
Emailing stems. I think it's cool. I think it's highly realistic about studio. You know, we're live in the studio.
It's true. That is a good point. Actually.
What is more iconic of being live in the studio than emailing sound files to another studio?
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, we'll be recording some stuff today. Either me or Brandon or both of us are going to be recording on this Blue Velvet track today. We'll see. We haven't really ironed it out exactly what we want to do, other than we've talked briefly about kind of a few things we want to cover as far as parts go for that track.
Is this a new song than the one that we worked on last week, by the way?
Same song.
Same song. Okay.
Although, I think I don't have it queued up this week, although we could literally do it during the stream, which would be kind of fun. I would love to, remember how we did for the Kung Fu stuff? We were like literally composing stuff like on the stream. Like we came up with stuff. I want to do that again for
You want to do that today?
We could, yeah. I think that would be sweet.
About that.
Yeah, so what we could do is, what I'll have to do to make that happen is we have to audition some drums, which will be fun. So and the thing about auditioning drums when we're composing something off the fly is we're not auditioning drums to fit something like I normally would have to do, like for the Roy Orbison song we did last week. We're auditioning drums to find out just what do we want to play on, like what do we feel like would be cool to work on or to play with,
to find a groove that's inspiring us in the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, because normally you have the ABBA song or the David Bowie song, and you got to surf through all your different drum grooves that you have available, and like what,
and you're limited by tempo most of the time, which is like knocks out almost everything like that you would maybe think to use.
I hope one of these 6 loops that I have that are in the general tempo, like stylistically fit or have something that works for this song. I sure hope so.
Exactly. Yeah. So today, if we do that, we don't really have that problem, which will be really fun. So we can literally just like hunt down like the most fun sounding, maybe thematically appropriate groove. And we can discuss when we get there what that would even mean. Like Blue Velvet is essentially a neo-noir. It's very ethereal. It's very mysterious.
I'm writing a note for myself. I need to watch Blue Velvet because this is a moment right here where if I had seen this movie, I would be able to understand what you mean when you're talking about the thematically
you're right
fitting it.
It's true, but I think I will I've seen it 1,000 times, so I can manage to convey the vibe well enough that I think whatever you come up with will fit. I really do feel that way.
Okay.
Or whatever we decide to do will fit. So yeah, that'll be kind of a way. It'll be a cool way to decide on what we want to do. Is what kind of drum groove can we pick to help get this certain emotion or certain feel across, and I don't mean feel like groove feel. I mean like atmospheric feel.
Vibe feel.
Vibe feel, exactly. So yeah, that'll be super.
Feel.
Yes. So yeah, that'll be super cool. Already touched on Eno cards,
cool.
viewer music. I think that's
Is
pretty
there
much.
anybody in the chat, by the way? What's going on?
The chat is. We've got people.
Where's everybody at?
We've got people on Bandcamp, but the YouTube chat is. It's a GIF of a tumbleweed blowing by a desert highway.
Yeah.
There's one person
Bandcamp.
watching.
I just can't see the Bandcamp.
Yeah, there's people in Bandcamp. We got a couple people watching over there.
All right, nice. Hello.
It's always weird. These shows are really feast or famine. Like last week was like gangbusters. Like we had like 12 people watching, or
it's like shoulder to shoulder in here.
Yeah. And this week it's like everyone's like, whew, that was a long stream last week. I think I can. I'm gonna show up late today.
Yeah, we might have bored everybody to tears last week.
It's possible. But yeah.
We're having fun today, though.
Yes, we are. Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, I don't even care. They'll watch. People always watch afterwards anyway. Groove Stranger, Nate, tell Brandon thanks for that track. We've been loving it. He'll know what I mean.
Nice. Yeah.
What? I'm not familiar. I'm not in the loop.
I do know what he meant.
I think it's really curious that Groove Stranger and Wiesel are circumventing the black market attention. The black
going
market.
Around.
Yeah, you're going around black market and having this whole sidebar. I don't know about that, you guys. I don't know. No, what's going on? What's this track you're talking about?
No, Groove Stranger made a request directly to me on behalf of his lovely wife. They both are karaoke singers.
Amazing.
And they both love the song Take My Breath Away.
Oh, shit. Did you send them an instrumental?
Yeah.
That is fucking cool.
Yeah, he made a bold ask, a bold,
wow.
Tossed it out there, bold request. Hey, can I have the instrumental for this song so that we can sing? And I'm like, yes.
Why not? Why not? Who cares? That sounds awesome.
And so, I didn't make you promise, Groove Stranger, but I did highly insinuate that, like, kind of what I want in return is, like, video of you guys singing so that we can play it on the show.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Please. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like we should touch on that this week as well.
We should watch the video of you dubbing the song. So Nate this week released the video of him doing the dub version of Take My Breath Away, the reggae version that myself and King Rooster released the week before. And dude, I was watching this video. It blew my mind, dude. It is so good. You are so good. And the sounds you're getting are incredible. And you can see all the dub techniques that he's doing and everything. You can see the faders flying around. You can see him reaching for knobs and reaching over here and hitting stuff. And there's this one moment where you like reach over and you're tweaking something on the delay that like is totally right in the pocket, just like right in the sweet spot. And then like in this little brief moment right before you take your hand away from the delay and bring it back to the board, you hit the dub siren with like the heel of your hand, like in one motion. It's like a fucking Olympian. Like you're in the zone. It's
awesome.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
It just like blew my mind. Like because when you had posted it, it came. I watch a lot of YouTube from my TV, and I clicked on the video, intending really only to keep it up for like 15 seconds so that it gets a view. You know, like because I'm like I know the song.
Right.
I'm eating dinner. Want to watch some other things, but I wanted to give this thing a view. And I ended up keeping it on the entire time. I'm just like,
That's it. That's
I went all the way through 'cause I'm like, this is incredible.
that says a lot, really. If you keep it on, then I got you. I hooked you in, which is cool.
Totally hooked me.
Hey man, I gotta say, I really appreciate you've really given me so much great feedback about that video this week, and I will tell you honestly, I was trying to convey this. We were texting this week about it, and I was trying to convey this, but I figured it wouldn't. You know, it'd be better if I just told you in person. But I was so surprised to hear how much you liked it because I haven't listened to it or watched the video since I made that video. And for the last, like, I don't even know, like month or so since I recorded that, I've been like, all right, so I'm putting it on the back burner, but I got to redo that one. Like, like
Wow.
I kind of thought that and I'm not just saying this as like a bait to like get people to compliment the mix. That's literally not what I'm doing. I'm genuinely surprised at how well it's been received because I was like, I couldn't remember why I wanted to redo it, but I just remember thinking like, I bet I could probably do that better in a way that would like feature the song a little bit better, or I don't even know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was really like kind of
It's really
debating.
interesting.
Yeah, I was debating what I was going to do with that video or if I was going to do anything at all with it. So it's awesome. I'm relieved because I don't have to do it again now. It's great. It's fucking awesome as it is. Yeah, I watched it too, and I think you're right. There is something going on in it that, you know, there's you can tell I am kind of locked in, and it's cool. It's fun. I'm starting to really get the hang of doing dubs in this room, and with this gear and with this setup. You know, it's I go back to listening to some of the dubs I did like a year ago in here, and it's like they're really cool and I love them. But you know, you could tell there's, you know, it's just come a long way. And I'm just really satisfied with how everything sounds in this room, and just the things I'm able to pull out of all this gear. It's cool. And it's really, it's almost frustrating in a way because I can also kind of hear, but it's not something I should be frustrated about really. It's like I can hear there's a sound of what I do really coalescing around this setup. Like this setup has like a very distinct sound to it now. And part of me is frustrated with that because I'm like, oh, I should be able to like get any sound I want. But like,
you want to be able to sound like anything.
yeah. But then I think about it and I'm like, you know, Lee Scratch Perry always sounds like Lee Scratch Perry.
Exactly.
Even if he were to sit at King Tubby's desk, you would be like, that's Lee Perry. Like, and that's just how it is. You know, it's just how it works. So yeah, part of me is frustrated that I don't want to say I've put myself in a box or pigeonholed myself because that's a negative way to look at it. But another part of me is like, that's really cool. Like I have like there's like a sound of this place, you know, it's pretty fucking sweet, really.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think that if your setup sounded like anything, then it would sound like nothing.
Right. It's true. It's true.
You can hear it in this Take My Breath Away dub, that like distinctive sound that you're talking about. I think it's a plus. I think it's a good thing.
It sounds
because
good.
it's a very good sound.
Yeah, it does sound really good, and it sounds. And people were watching. We're talking like really big picture sound stuff. We're talking like very sonically, like the sonic palette of like this whole setup.
Yeah,
is kind of what we're talking about. So it's very like not super specific. It's like a very general sense is what we're talking about.
Yeah, the identity that's created by that is the sum of all the parts.
Yeah, yeah.
Of each effect and the way that they sound through your board,
Yeah.
the way that you have them dialed in,
Right.
the settings that you have on all your effects.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, it's like baked in. Like it is 100% like this is what this place sounds like, which is it's fucking sweet, man. It's cool.
Because oh, here's my cat on my chair.
What up?
But yeah, exactly. Because if whatever music you put through it sounds like that, has that sound,
Yeah.
and if your studio is the only place that sounds like that,
Yep.
man, that's a cool thing.
I've been kind of ruminating on that this week, and I had a client hit me up to work on something, and I haven't done this before, but I literally said to the client, I said, look, based on some of your feedback, which is all great notes, I'm not complaining that you're giving me feedback or anything, but I worry that you're looking for something really specific, like really specific.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I can deliver is based on this gear, these effects, this stuff, and just the way I mix and the way I do things. And if that big picture is something that you like, then I would love to keep working on this, or I'd love to move forward. But if you hear what I'm doing and you're like, oh, actually, could it sound more like X, Y, and Z?
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily that I couldn't do that, but it's still going to really sound like this, like
Yeah.
this room.
Yeah.
And so, and that's just kind of part of, that's baked in now. That's part of kind of when you hire me to do something, like it's going to have a certain sound to it. And you have to kind of decide, do you like that sound or not? Or do you like it? And at the same time, is it appropriate for what you're trying to accomplish with your own music? Which, I don't want to talk myself out of work or anything, but at the same time, it's like, I have to be honest. It's like the shit I do sounds a certain way, and
Yes.
and if you like that, then let's do it. But if you don't, like, no hard feelings. But
Right.
yeah, I literally told them, I was like, if that's not something you dig for this project, like, seriously, no hard feelings. But if I were you, I would find another person to mix it, just straight up, like,
Because there are people out there who have that sound that you're looking for.
Absolutely, yeah. Or have a more flexible setup than mine, because I don't think every setup is like, this super unique, tailor-made thing that has this really distinct. Some people can get any sound if they want to, or they can approach it at least. But yeah, just the way I've been doing stuff here, it's like I'm more interested in what this sounds like, rather than trying to sound like somebody else or something, But
Yeah. This is a really interesting thought, really interesting idea.
It's very esoteric because it's
here.
so big picture. I hope people are following along, like what we're actually talking about.
I think this is a really important idea for people who produce music, and especially people who are, wanting to do that for work, either who already do or who aspire to it.
Yeah.
Working in engineering or producing music. I think it is an important idea that, like, sort of to get away from an idea that there is one correct sound, or that there does exist a unified sound that music, like a correct way that music sounds when it's professionally produced.
Yes.
Which doesn't really exist. There's, I mean, if you do look at it in those terms of, like, what is the professionally accepted correct way for music to sound, if you're gonna assume that exists, if you are gonna think about it in those terms, then I think it would be accurate to say then that there are about 10 of those, 10 or 12 of those different correct ways.
Yeah.
And you can hear them. I mean, if you listen to Fleetwood Mac, that's one of them.
Yep, that's the
If you listen to The Cars, there's one of them.
Yeah.
If you listen to Kendrick Lamar, that's one of them.
Which I would say the Kendrick Lamar sound is like the grandchild of like the Dr. Dre sound.
Yep, right.
They're very simpatico, and those two are buddies, so it makes sense.
Right, yeah, the Compton G-Funk sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only talking about production.
Yes.
And like mixing and the way that the master sounds. If you listen to Skrillex, that's one.
Sure.
And the skills, the techniques, the workflow, the gear that goes into making all of these different sounds are so different from each other.
Right.
And the more that I see of the music industry, the more I'm convinced that there don't exist people who possess multiples of those skills.
Right.
The music production world is full of people who can do
They're specialists.
one of those.
Yeah. They're specialized in certain sounds.
At least at that professional level, at that top level, you know?
Yep.
So I think for us and for people who produce music and who have a goal at making a product that is like at A+ level, really professional, world-class product, I think we should kind of be more interested in like what style is it amongst the whole world of styles, which one is mine? Where am I going?
Right.
And it might be one that doesn't exist yet. It might be your own creation, or it might be following in the footsteps of people that you look up to,
Sure.
and people that you admire, and people that you want to sound like. You know, I definitely am trying my hardest to sound like people who I think sound good.
Right.
But I also experienced what you're talking about, that leads me into a place where sometimes someone will ask me, "Oh, you mix music? Great. Hey, can you work on my song? Here's what it is, and here's what I want it to sound like."
Right.
And I get this feeling of like, this is not what I do.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't even know how to get it to sound like that.
Right. Which is
because the style is so different.
But it's different. That's different from saying I can't mix your song, because you can mix the song.
You can
mix,
but it's gonna sound like me.
Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna sound the way you do it with the tools.
Not
that
everybody
you use.
wants it, because if you want that Skrillex sound,
Yep.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I love music that sounds like that, and I admire it. And part of why I enjoy it so much is because I'm listening to it in amazement. Like, I don't even fucking know how they make this.
Right. Totally.
How the hell do they mix this? This is
Right.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I totally agree. And this is kind of something I've kind of followed for a long time. Going back to like when I was like in school for audio and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder where you fall on this opinion, because I feel like I'm a little outside the norm when it comes to like mix engineers and producers and mastering engineers too. I don't like reference tracks. I just don't. I think I think when someone says I want my mix to sound like this and they send me a mastered reference track, I mean, obviously I can level match, but I don't know. There's parts of me that are just like.
When you say you don't like it, what do you mean?
I don't like using them. I don't really like using reference tracks, which I know is like, that's not how you do it. That's literally not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to say that, and you're definitely not supposed to not use reference tracks. But I find myself just being like, just tell me what you want this to sound like, or tell me what this is. What are you influenced by? Now, if that's something I'm familiar with, I will use this brain between my ears, and I will use that brain to recontextualize that idea through what I do and through my gear and through all that stuff. Doesn't mean I won't listen to the reference track, but like I remember being in like classes where people would like they'd be mixing and then they'd swap over to the reference track and like listen to the reference track and be like, oh no, and then change their mix. And I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, a reference track, if anything, should just be a big picture. Like, okay, like that'll help me determine which reverb I use, or you know, the relationship between the drums and the vocals. Like, is it very drums forward? Is it very vocal forward? Whatever. But like, I don't know. I've never ever been like the kind of person or the kind of mix engineer who just like sits there with a reference someone sent me and just going back and forth and comparing it, you know, with what I'm doing, because I don't know. I find it a little counterproductive or something. I don't know what it is, but I just have never. I don't know. What do you think about that? How do you do it?
Yeah. Well, okay. So, I mean, I am a huge supporter of like abandon the rules. Don't worry about what the rules are. But at the same time, I believe that it's extremely important to understand what the rules are.
Right.
Like, you need to know what the rules are and be very familiar with them and why the rules exist, and like know about all the examples that are out there of what results people are getting by following the rules.
Right.
You know, you need to understand, like, if I'm going to ignore a rule, like what you're giving up by ignoring the rule.
Yeah.
You know? And what you're talking about is ignoring one of the rules.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is, dude, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're a creative dude. You're a freaking artist. You know what I mean? And so I think that reference track back and forth, like, you can end up doing a 100% purely technical thing.
Yeah.
And being basically like, you know, like a human algorithm, a human
Right.
Mouse and keyboard.
Right.
You can end up putting yourself in that position where you're going back. Oh, okay, the hi-hat is actually hotter at 10K here than it is. Okay, go back, change mine, and just literally match it. Like it, you know, if somebody gives you a Bob Ross painting, it's like, copy this painting.
Right.
Okay. And then you sit there and you copy the painting, you know?
Yes.
And you're judged by, does it look exactly the same? Does it look like you just put this through a photocopier?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was
And if it does, then good, here's your money. And if it doesn't, nope, change it, please. It doesn't look exactly like this. Mm-hmm. So I will say sometimes that is the job.
Right.
That someone is asking you to do. My most recent job that I did earlier this week, a new client asked me to literally remake the music of a song.
Yeah.
They gave me the song and they said, this is what I want. This is what I'm hiring you to do.
Right.
I need this music.
Right.
I'm like, do you need like different tempo, different feel, different key? They're like, no, exactly the same. So, okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So, but in that case, dude, I was going back and forth
the whole
to that
time.
Reference so much.
That makes sense.
But that's what I was doing.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's the right move in that instance, for sure.
And last thing I'll say about that, the only reason why that is something that fits inside what I do is because that song is stylistically, it's from it's a Caribbean song.
Yeah.
So like, it's stylistically in my niche already.
Right.
If it was somebody gave me I don't know, some style of music that I don't do.
Right.
Or style of production that I don't do, and it was like, okay, I need to remake this song exactly. It would have been a very painful experience.
Sure. Yeah. Obviously, the reference track thing, it's not a catch-all. It's not like I'm saying I never use them, because I do. But the way I like to use them when it comes to being hired, because essentially when people hire me, they're kind of hiring me to produce something without really realizing that's what they're doing either. So even if I'm being asked to check out a reference track, typically the way I do it, it's not like I never listen to them. I always listen to them. it's a more of a matter of to what degree. Is it to the degree like you said where your job is to like recreate it one to one? That's kind of a special circumstance where like of course you're gonna have to do that, like because
okay, I see
that's
what
being
you're saying.
what's
'Cause
asked
that's
of
what
you.
you're doing. So
Yeah.
you're talking about times when you're not being asked to do it one to one. You're asking. The reference track is something that the artist has given you as like, this is the vibe.
Yeah.
This is the kind of a
Yeah.
song that I want to go. And you're talking about that you don't believe in then going to that and trying to get literal with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's hard to put into words, but yes, that's essentially what I'm saying. And like typically my process will be, I will listen to the reference before I start mixing. Then I will do an entire mix without referencing it again, but keeping it in mind, obviously. I'll do an entire mix, and then I will go to bed. I will listen to the mix, and I will listen to the reference, and I'll say, does it sound exactly like the reference? Yes or no. It depends on the track, obviously. Everything's so, situational with recording and mixing and stuff, but does it sound exactly like the reference? Yes or no? And if it's yes, cool, good job. I'm probably on the right track. If it's no, then I ask myself another question. But is this mix that I did cool? Like, is it good though? Like,
Right.
is it cool? Did I arrive at something cool? Did I arrive at the correct
Yeah.
answer by doing a different math problem?
Did I land amongst the stars
Yes.
by missing the moon?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, I'd rather end up with that. And I get stoked when that happens because when someone's like, hey, check out this reference, a lot of times I'm like, I will, but I'm mostly going to ignore it.
So I was listening
Because I
last
want it to
night-
sound like my production. You're hiring me
Dude.
to produce it. I want it to sound like me. I want it to sound like so that when people read that I produced this, they go, oh, I like that sound.
Me though.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
This makes me
dude,
sound like a douchebag, but it's true.
no. I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
Dude, last night, was watching more YouTube on my TV. Was watching this thing of Dave Pensado talking.
Genius.
Don't know who Dave Pensado is? Yeah, he's one of the most highly regarded engineers and producers in the game.
Yeah, if you're an audio person, look in your plugins presets. There's probably a Dave Pensado preset.
Yes, yeah.
There's
Very
probably like 4 or 5.
highly influential, highly and he's one of the great teachers in the industry as well. So I was watching a video of him talking, and he's talking about this thing where it's so crazy. This is like so relevant to what you're saying. He was like, you need to understand that their like what their reference is and what they're hiring you for is, he didn't say it this way, but essentially it's the vibe and it's the impression. It's not literally technically what you're doing.
Right.
So it makes me realize that someone could give you a reference
Yes.
song and you could copy it so that it does, like scientifically, it sounds exactly like that. And then you give it to them and they're like, no,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't. No, that's not it.
Right.
And you could end up missing the moon, landing amongst the stars. You know, like you did your own mix where you had the reference in mind, and it ends up sounding. And I'm talking like technically, like the
Like the
frequency,
quality of the reverbs, the EQ.
but the frequency response is different. Your hi-hat is darker than the hi-hat in the original, and so on and so on and so on.
Yep.
And technically it doesn't sound exactly the same, and you give it to them and they could go, exactly.
Sure.
Yes.
That I'm telling you.
Because
that happens to me
Dave
all the
Pensado
time.
was saying they're not listening with the scientific ears.
No.
You know, they're listening to the way that humans listen to music, which is with their soul.
Yes. Exactly.
They're listening to it emotionally.
Exactly. And to go into a mix with the intention, and again, I want to point out that what you did this week, that is a very special circumstance. And I actually applaud you for being able to pull that off. And I actually really want to hear it.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. I can't show it on the stream because I don't have permission from the artist.
Yeah, we'll do it after the stream. But
yeah,
I think also, I mean, you're so right about what you just said with Pensado and all that. It's like, because
he said it.
He said it, yes, but he's right though, because it's like if you go into a mix with the reference as like some kind of weird Bible, that's a really weird intention to go into a creative situation. And I think if you're approaching something that you're trying to highlight the soul and the spirit and the musicality of something, but you're doing it in a really like nitpicky technical way where you're like kind of overly reliant on a reference point, I think you are gonna miss the forest for the trees, or whatever the fuck that saying is. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of missing.
Never understand.
You're missing.
Sorry, let's not get focused on that.
I think that it would be easy to miss the bigger picture, which is to just make it sound really good, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm being a little flippant when I say I just ignore reference tracks, because I don't. I always listen to them, but it's just the way I listen.
Yeah, because I can't hear an undercurrent of a little. You can't tell me what to do, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Make you sound like
definitely
your song. I want to sound like me, bro.
Well, because then it goes back to what we said before about how our stuff sounds a certain way and we do things a certain way. When someone, I remember one time I got a reference track and it was for like, it was like Learning to Fly, like the Tom Petty song, like one of the most impeccably mixed, recorded, mastered, like just perfect things.
That's a what's his name? That's a Jeff Lynne song.
Jeff
right?
Lynne, yeah, exactly,
dude. Yeah, try to top Jeff Lynne. Oh
exactly. So someone sends me a Jeff Lynne produced Tom Petty masterpiece, and they go, "Yeah, I was thinking my song I recorded in my bedroom. Yeah, I want it to sound like this." I'm like, "Cool, all right, I would like that too." I would love for that to happen as well.
That's funny.
But it's like there's only so much I could do. Like, yes, I can try and make that happen, and I will try. Like I said, I'll listen to it. I'll use it as kind of a benchmark. Like, okay, this is what I'm going for, but I'm gonna get there my own way. But it's like at the same time, it's like you have to be able to let go of that in service of the song at the same time. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think, you know, I've had people send me references where I realize halfway through, I'm like, I don't know if you, I don't know if this is what you're really asking for. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a contentious issue.
I think in those moments, there's something that their soul is hearing in that song.
Yes.
That we are not hearing because we're listening to it technically.
Right.
They're like, I want it to sound like this. And you hear all of Jeff Lynne's like mixing techniques and choices and like all the way that it hits you sonically and everything, you know?
Right.
And you're like, okay, I guess that's what he means. But I think in that case, there's something in that song about it. He sees it in a different way. Like there's some way that it's hitting his soul that he thinks you're hearing when you listen to it.
Right.
He's like that.
Right.
And you're like, okay, you make it sound sonically like that, and it's missing whatever that thing is. And he's like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like it's hard to communicate about that stuff, you know? Like it's like two
people. So big. It's so big picture that this whole discussion has been like
it's like two people looking at opposite sides of a statue or something, like in a cave, and them like trying to agree in this cave on what they're looking at. Like, what the hell are you the tree that's on the thing right there, like what the fuck are you talking about? There's no tree. Like it's hard to communicate about. It's true.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that like at this point I'm definitely being a dick about it when I say I don't use reference tracks, because I do. I actually do. But I just the way I do them, just the way I use them is probably less.
You just got your bait out there. Hot take bait.
Yeah. Well, it is. It is. I always feel stupid. I hate admitting it, but it's something I feel like I have to get off my chest, because it's like I don't know.
Do you feel better now?
Not really. But it's fine. Oh man. Well,
whatever you're doing, it's working.
I hope so, because otherwise I should really start listening to reference tracks.
If it sounds good, it is good.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of other people's music, how about why don't we do some viewer music? Hey, here's the jingle. Ding 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 dong.
Yeah. So this is the portion of the show where we listen to the music that you guys have sent into us, and our two jobs. Well, we have three jobs. One is to showcase and share and play and promote your music
Big time.
that you make. The second one is to love it and give you good feedback and praise.
Helpful feedback,
Yeah.
I hope.
And then the third thing is to, if we hear something, to offer you maybe some tips or some sort of input, or give you some sort of advice or something that we think that you could use or do to improve what you're doing.
Yes.
And that part is our own opinion, and that part you can take it or leave it.
Yes.
And also, hopefully, a little fourth thing is hopefully that whatever we listen to together and whatever we say and discuss about the music and the production of it specifically might be beneficial to everyone else who's watching, who also makes music.
Big time. Yeah. And personally, I just love listening to other independent producers, because I think that there's just so much there's so much we can all get from each other to grow at this thing we're doing, which is making music. Like, because all of us we're not approaching it from the like Brandon put it, the 10, 12 major huge ways that you can make music. We're a lot of people we're making music in our bedrooms or in compromised sonic situations or acoustic situations, or we're using certain techniques or something that like maybe are not maybe aren't the way some pro would do it. So it's like, but a lot of times people just stumble upon brilliant shit, and I think that happens more often than not when you listen to these when we listen to independent productions by people. So this one's cool. I think also it would be worthwhile during this segment just to get like, haven't listened to it yet, but first impression of like artwork, name, stuff like that. Like for me, this really speaks to me, because I love like Outrun and like vaporwave stuff. So one, I love the name Chroma. Excuse me. Chroma, which
Chroma is the name of this EP.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Got it. Great name, great artwork. I love there's two things I really love that he's doing, which is the Tron infinite landscape stretching out into the computer forever sphere. I love that. And I also love that he added kind of like a distressed like vinyl record look to it.
Yeah. I can see the circle of the
the ring,
the disc that's in there.
The ringware. I think that's a really cool contrast of like,
nice detail.
Yeah, it's like there's this thing I really am into. I follow a subreddit called I think it's called like retro futurism, which is like what people from the past imagined the future would be like. Like I love that, and this to me like screams kind of like retro futurism in that way. So I think that's really cool. And the Stratocaster, I imagine, we're gonna hear some Stratocaster. I would hope. I
Yeah,
think we do.
so-
I feel like I peeked at this one a couple weeks ago, and I think I remember some Strat.
Yes. Yeah. So the person who submitted this, I honestly have no idea how to correctly pronounce your name. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say Ogen Odisho.
Yes. Cool name.
Ogen said in the email that they are highly influenced by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, cool. All right. Sweet.
And yeah, it's really cool. This is like some Stratocaster music.
Nice.
And I love it. And you'll hear like that's one of the things that I love about this is like it is a celebration of the sound of the Stratocaster.
Nice.
It's awesome. Yeah.
All right. Well, Cerulean by Ogen Odisho off his EP Chroma. Let's check it out. That's very
think
cool.
You was going there, did you?
I did not. Especially after the Outrun wild artwork. Yeah, no, it was much more well, it was not what I was expecting at all, but I will say I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a very nice piece of music.
It's a good song, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Good melody, good
yeah.
chords.
Good melody, great chords. It was cool. Like there's things about it like that I have a feeling he must have gone for intentionally, because I imagine if you're just using a Stratocaster as your weapon of choice, those are very clear, bright, shiny sounding instruments. And what we got out of this was something that was rough around the edges, dark. It felt like the highs were all rolled off. Felt like he recorded it to tape or something, honestly, like cassette tape maybe.
So the way that he records this is in the program Amplitude.
Okay, cool.
So it's a it can be used as like a guitar amp modeling plugin, but it can also be used as a standalone DAW.
Yeah.
It it's kind of like a full featured amp modeler thing that has like a basic garage band in it as well.
I feel like
that's how
I've
he
seen
records
this
this
program before. I feel like I've come across it before, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's really nice. The music's really beautiful. It definitely reminds me of John Frusciante
Yes, exactly.
solo EPs.
Exactly.
All those crazy Frusciante EPs he's been putting out the last 20 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought the same exact thing. I'm like, well, this is very Frusciante.
Every time John Frusciante quits the Chili Peppers and goes back into like creative hibernation, where he goes into his little insular cave and he goes, all right, now I have to quit the Chili Peppers for 5 more years, so when I come back they can be good again.
Ogen, are you actually John Frusciante?
That would, oh my god.
Ogen might actually be John Frusciante.
Can you imagine? I would fucking shit.
Yes,
but yeah,
we have him on our our stream.
I'm
Our
familiar
humble
with
stream.
I'm familiar with the Frusciante solo stuff, and yeah, I mean, if that's what he was going, I feel like he's going for that more so than Chili Peppers here.
Yeah, right.
And which is honestly
Specifically him.
a
Yeah.
cooler target to aim for, I think, because John Frusciante is one of the most creative, brilliant like minds with a guitar that like lives right now. Like he, you know, he's also, you know, he's like Brian Wilson with a guitar. Like he's like a pop maestro at the same time, but he wears he wears these two different hats that somehow he can kind of at will meld them together and you know, form these mega pop songs. But the building blocks of those crazy pop songs he knows how to write are this kind of thing, you know. So yeah, I like this a lot. To me, my main thing with this one is I think it reminds me like this would be perfect like score for like a scene in a movie or something. Like it's super nice.
Wow. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, totally.
All right, you're what do you think? What do you say, Brandon? Looks like we got
Ogen's in the chat.
the chat. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Ogen
up,
says hi. Thanks for
Ogen?
playing my track. You guys are right. I'm definitely more influenced by Frusciante's solo work than his work with the Chili's. And no, I'm definitely not Frusciante. That's exactly
That's
what
okay.
Frusciante would say.
That's true. Frusciante, you devil, you.
Okay, John. Okay.
He's like, no, I'm Anthony Kiedis.
No, this is really awesome, and people out there, you should definitely check out Ogen's other songs. There's another EP that's on his YouTube channel as well. It's also really good. You know, it's more Stratocaster music like this, and yeah, I think that the things that you've got going for you that are like perfect and you need no work on at all is your sense of melody, the songwriting,
Chord structures are really
chord
strong.
structures, the way that like the other section relates melodically and harmonically to the first section. They like unlock each other. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So this time listening to this song was the first time that I realized that there is a keyboard sound in the back.
Shut
I
up.
hadn't noticed that. Not yet. It's in the B section. Back there. It's like a Mellotron type thing.
Wow. It's so subtle.
I
But
had
like
never
now that it's
noticed it
there, I'll
before.
never unhear that. That's so
Right.
awesome.
So I think
Wow. That's so cool.
the two things
What a
you
nice
should play
touch that
around
is.
with. It is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's like a padding sound under there. It's because, and I'm glad that I heard it, because the first thing I was going to suggest is bringing in some instruments besides the guitar.
Yep.
But
They're there.
it's actually a guitar too, but I'm just swelling it with the volume knob on the guitar.
Yeah.
So it is a guitar. We got a Tom Morello here as well, like making a full like complement of different instruments that all are a guitar.
Wow. That's really cool.
It's very cool. So I would play around with the frequency range. So like Nate pointed out, you know, we've got a lot of mid frequencies, low mid frequencies, and not very much high end of the glassiness. So like the guitar sounds sound very direct and kind of dark. So I would, you know, use your little EQ settings that are in there in Amplitude, bring down the lows, bring up the highs, and experiment and because you're always going to be having multiple guitar tracks in your song. So like, you know, you can give them different identities in terms of the frequency response, how bright, how dark they are. And just, you know, play around with that, creating more contrast between the identities of the guitars in that way. And also second, play around with panning. Like what would happen if your two main guitar, your chord guitar and lead guitar are in the center, and then when those volume swell,
those are way
guitars that we thought were keyboards. Yeah, what if like there's two of them, one is in your left ear, one is in your right ear, and they like, you know, you can expand things in the left to right way.
Yeah.
Some suggestions.
Yeah,
some things to play around with, and
there's a very subtle brilliance to this very simple but a very effective song. Like it's kind of an onion song. Like as you're talking about it and describe, there's things that unfold about it that are really really cool. My last, if I was gonna say and I'm saying this without having listened to your other music, so this critique, if you want to call it that, could be totally moot, but the only other thing I would say is as much as I love how simple it is, I think that's actually kind of a strong suit of this. I would try and create something slightly more ambitious with this same like sonic palette, like and incorporating what Brandon said as well, obviously, like explore panning and I'd like to hear what would you do like with a drum machine too, or something, or if you did have a keyboard or something like that. Like at the same time, I think it's really cool. I was convinced that was actually a Mellotron, or at least a Mellotron plugin or something. I think it's really cool, man. I think you did a great job with this track. Oh, here we go. About to play a bunch of ABBA. You guys can see what my YouTube history is. It's ABBA stuff. So yeah, man, thank you for joining the chat and being here as well. If there, Ogen, if there's anything you want to plug or any links you want our viewers to go check out, feel free to drop them in the chat. Go ahead and spam any links you want where people can find you and follow you and listen to more of your music. And likewise, I think this is something I really want to encourage producers to do who submit stuff for this show. Like, if you decide, and this is a major if you decide to take any of what we've said into account moving forward.
Yeah, this is good.
I would love to hear your next production.
Yes. Send it back. Let's listen. Let's see.
Yeah. I would love repeat customers of this segment.
Yes.
I think that would be really cool for us all to like hear how you take some of these critiques or suggestions that we have and apply them to your next production and see how it turns out.
That's brilliant.
So Ogen says, I'm very much an amateur when it comes to mixing and mastering, so I really appreciate the feedback about the highs and lows and the panning and exploring different instruments. For sure, man. Aren't we all, though? Seriously?
You're welcome.
I mean, we're all just trying to figure it out, and I think I'm gonna fucking go to the grave. Like the last day before I die, I'm gonna be like, man, I really wish I figured out how to mix and master music.
Never quite got it.
Yeah, that'll be. It's a man. It's a carrot on the end of the stick that we'll never fucking get. No one will ever get it. Like nobody ever has. Nobody ever will. There's always more to learn. There's always more to figure out. There's always new techniques. I mean, there's new techniques being developed every single day. You know what I mean? I think I would really, really love to hear you continue, and I would love to hear what you come up with next, man. So please, don't be a stranger. Don't be shy. Send us your music, and we would love to feature it on the show again. So thank you, Ogen.
Yeah, great job. Everybody get out there, listen to Ogen.
Yeah.
Smash that like and subscribe.
Big time.
Which we probably should. Right here.
Yeah.
Did you smash?
Oh, I
Ogen's
smashed.
Like and subscribe?
Oh, wait, what? Okay, there we go.
It took it away.
There we go. Yeah, it took my like away.
Right.
Okay.
Slap. All right.
Slap it a like.
Okay, next one.
Let's Get This Straight by Eliptek. And before we play this, can I just say something that I love about Spotify's music player. You play their thing and you get the little waveform here, which is cool. But then as the song,
Is it SoundCloud or Spotify?
Oh, sorry, SoundCloud. I meant to say SoundCloud.
Okay. Yep.
So as the song's playing, people can drop comments on specific moments in the song where
Isn't
they're
that
like,
cool?
"This is fire." It's not just like a general like comment
Yes.
section. It's like, this part is really good. And like sometimes when I'm
Yes.
listening to shit on SoundCloud, like I'll go for it and just like read where there's like a cluster of comments, and I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. It's coming up. Here comes the drop, or wherever the fuck.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's fucking. It's so like hype to like, like just there's all these little hype men like in you, like buried inside your track. It's so cool. I fucking love that. Okay, so Eliptek, Essence of the Flow. Cool. I really like that artwork. What am I even like looking at here?
Yeah, it's very.
Looks like some kind of like kind of. Man, it's like a. It looks like
an AI generated like art.
Sure. It's almost like this kind of artwork. It's almost like ink blots or something. It's like you see what you want to see. Like for me, it kind of looks like, what are those like sand like timers? You know, that like sand like runs out or whatever. What the fuck is
Hourglass.
that called? An hourglass. To me, it kind of looks like an hourglass in the middle, but I also feel like it reminds me of like some blown glass stuff. It reminds me of like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, this is a very Rorschach type thing.
Majorly. Yeah. Even
I
like
see a mommy and a daddy fighting. That's interesting.
Holy shit. That's really funny. Anyway, wow. Yeah, I think the artwork's really cool. I like the name Eliptek, Essence of the Flow.
Snarling wolf.
Essence of the Flow. I haven't heard this one yet, but I'm expecting Essence of the Flow. Is he gonna spit some flow for us?
Oh shit.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting some hipping, some hopping, some rapping. I don't know. Let's see.
Or at least the essence of it.
The essence of. Okay, let's see. Eliptek. Let's get this straight from the EP or album, Essence of the Flow. was sick.
Party.
I loved that. I really loved that one. Okay, now SoundCloud wants me to listen to something else. That's not how the segment works, SoundCloud. Man, that one was so cool. Holy shit.
Great, right?
Man, I had so many thoughts about that. Like,
takes me back to Fatboy Slim days.
oh, for sure. Yeah, it's his like masterful use of sampling.
Sampling, yep.
Like, absolutely. Like, it's obvious that there's his own instrumentation going on as well, but part of me is like, where does the sample start and Eliptek end? Like, or it's a clunky way to say that, but it's like his use of samples is so natural. It really sounds like he could have. It sounds like they could not possibly not be samples, but I have a feeling that they definitely are, and
sounds like it.
Yeah, it's really, really strong. Yeah, major like 90s vibes, super cool. My first thought when this started playing is I was like, this is the sound of what it feels like when I buy new clothes that are like dope as fuck and they like fit really well.
Nice.
That's what this song sounds like.
Nice. Yeah. That's like one of the best feelings ever.
It's the best feeling ever. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, I spent money on something that actually makes me look cooler to other people. Like, wow.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. I love this. Major like Dust Brothers vibes. Also,
a little bit of Crystal Method.
Sure. Also, if I was going back further, I mean, this kind of reminds me of like the samples he's using. They almost remind me of like maybe Curtis Mayfield or like It's super like funky. You know what I mean? Like it's funk reinterpreted through like 90s Brooklyn or something. Like it's kind of like what it sounds like to me.
I noticed in the description of the song, he says that analog steez.
Yeah.
That makes me think that like his technique of producing this music might be the same as Fatboy Slim and those others, which is like all analog sampling and everything, you know?
It's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
It is what it sounds. Right. This doesn't sound like somebody sitting there with Ableton.
No. It sounds like
somebody
he's hitting a sampler.
The old school way.
Yeah, he's
which is like rare.
Yep.
Like sort of a dying art.
It is, yeah, and it's so cool too. It's like actually using, like instead of using Serato, like DJs that actually like scratch with vinyl, like
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like that. That's kind of the main analog I could make between how he's probably doing it and how someone right now would typically like recreate this sound.
The main analog. Nice choice of word.
Yeah, exactly. Right when I said that, I was like, "Oh, this won't be confusing at all." The other thing, sample-wise, it reminds me of is Ogden Nut Gone Flake. Is anyone familiar with that album?
What? What the hell did you say?
All right, everybody.
Ogden Nut Gone Flake.
Everybody, make a note to listen to Ogden Nut Gone Flake, the album. Classic album, underheard album from like the late 60s. It's super cool. And like the kind of music it is just, it's very conducive for like a lot of out of left field samples, like Kanye samples that record a lot. Also like for some reason, King Crimson as well. There's a certain the first King Crimson album. There's a track on there as well that kind of reminds me of this stuff.
Wow.
Okay, now for my only critique before I let Brandon take over the rest of the discussion.
I only have one also.
Yeah.
This is really, really well made.
Agreed.
It sounds fantastic.
Agreed. Yeah. Literally, this is it. This is the only thing I have to say about it is I feel like it's missing some sub frequencies.
Oh.
I feel like in the beginning, you're kind of like, ooh, is this track going to be a little thin? Like, I hope not. And then the bass does come in and it's like fuck yeah, it definitely
right there.
fills out.
45 seconds. It just happened.
It
right
just
now.
happened, yeah.
Yep.
Which coincidentally is when someone comments, "My dude bringing the fire every track."
Exactly, right when the bass drops. Yep.
So good.
Yep.
So yeah, like the low end is there, like the I would say 80 to 150 hertz. That's there, but I think below that, I think this track could use a little filling in as far as sub frequencies goes. And that could just be like a mastering thing. That could be so many things. It could be fucking SoundCloud. I don't know. But that's my only like actual critique. Other than that, I love the track. I just wish it was a little deeper. There's more depth to the low end. But that's all.
Mine is related.
Okay.
It's so speaking of the drop at 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's where. Excuse me, I'm running out of coffee now.
You should have fucking yawned, man.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's okay.
Is it still morning here? I think it's still. It's definitely my morning. Yep, it's
It's
still morning.
1:30 in the afternoon for me, so I'm just a degenerate, sleepy person on a Thursday.
Yeah. Well, we're musicians
Yes.
are night owl people.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, but yeah, the drop happens at 45 seconds. That's when the soundscape fully opens up. Like before that, the track is like the ceiling of the high frequencies is lowered a little bit, and the floor of how low the lowest frequencies are is raised a little bit. So it's right there in the middle, and then 45 seconds, boom, it blows up.
Yeah.
And it's a huge payoff, and it sounds completely intentional. I would say make that event more dramatic. So if you're going to take it away and withhold it, make it sound intentional.
Yeah.
Make it, or at least be more of like a withholding, so that when you give it, the impact is way bigger. I think that the degree to which you're holding it back is like you're holding it back a little, not enough, to the point where when the song starts, it sounds like the song is just going to sound like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a punch is coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a really great.
That's the only thing I have to say. Other than that, like the production, the way that this is mixed, the way that the panning, everything, it's brilliant. Sounds really good.
I'm curious to try something now. All
Okay.
right.
Oh, you're cutting out some frequencies?
So where are we at here?
20 seconds.
Okay, so 45.
45.
Let's see. So we've got like borderline telephone filter happening here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was it.
That's like a really dramatic.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, like something that was just, very clumsily executed, kind of example of what I think Brandon's saying. But like, that intro could even be shorter and just kind of like a little teaser, 20, maybe 15, 20 seconds of like, you could really emphasize it by like literally telephone filtering the first like 20 seconds of the track, and then just like boom, like drop the bomb of everything else.
And I think part of what makes it feel like the whole song is going to sound like this, and there is no drop coming, is that it goes through like 3 different sections that all have the same sonic identity.
Yeah.
So really, maybe, I mean, the only one that is really going to make a huge difference to making the drop an impact is that just the section or the moment before the drop is withheld.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's just something about that, like 3 sections happen that have the same identity, so
it's kind of lulling you into thinking like, oh, this is what the track sounds like.
Right. So yeah, I mean,
Super cool.
but when that drop happens, it's extremely effective
Yeah.
in that moment. But the way that it is, maybe the drop should happen sooner
Yeah. Yeah.
or something.
Super
Anyway.
cool track. Wow. Yeah. Great work, Eliptek. I would say
I love the title of the song too. Let's get this straight. It's a dope title.
Dope title. Mega
It
dope
makes me want to
choice
listen
right
to the
there.
song. Not every song title makes me want to click play and listen to it. This one does.
Yeah, and that's just like a cool thing to say, especially when you know going into this, you're like, okay, this is like funky, like 90s soul,
Dance
hip-hop,
music,
dance
yeah.
music. Let's get this straight is just like that's a cool fucking thing
It's
to say.
right in there.
Yeah, it's
Perfect
it's right there.
stylistically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Groove Stranger says music for dope threads.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it really
Strutting
Yeah.
in your dope threads.
is. All right, so Eliptek,
Yeah.
let's get this straight.
Thank you for submitting. Great
Yeah, from the album.
Everybody
Essence
get out there.
of the Flow.
work. Listen to Eliptek.
Yeah, if you want to check out either one of these tracks or follow these artists or anything like that, check out the links in the description of the video that you're watching right now. And yeah, give them a follow. Two very different, very unique, really cool independent producers.
Some
Super
good
sweet.
music out there.
God, I love this. I just love this segment so much. This is the one I look forward to the most every week now. It's aside from like making my own music, that's always really fun. But like, yeah, it's just so cool to be able to connect with these kind of independent producers and stuff. It's awesome. So yeah, if you're watching this, if you make your own music, send us your music, the subject line, music submission, send it to blackmarketreggae@gmail.com, and we will gladly play your stuff on the show. Give you our 2 cents, give you our thoughts on your stuff. Maybe we'll just nerd out and love it. I don't know. That happens a lot too, actually. All right. So
Man, really missing all the regulars of the show right now, man.
yeah, there's somebody must have put out a memo like, "Hey, don't watch the show today."
They're all talking to Papa Jocko and Maga Duppy and Andy
He's
and
out
Welshast. Welshast Dave hasn't been here for a while.
Yeah, he's
Not Lady Echo hasn't been here for a very long time.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
Some weeks, you can do it. Some weeks you can't. Happens.
They're probably all at a picnic right now together
Yeah. They're
at
like
this very moment.
They're like, all right, let's all make sure we schedule the picnic for the 31st, which is a Wednesday, so that we do not miss the stream. Fuck. Oh, no. The 31st is a Thursday. We fucked up.
Whoa, I turned the wrong knob.
Yeah, it's cool. We love all those
sounds
guys, and we know they'll be back, so it's all good. It happens. That is a strong...
Messing with my thing.
That is a strong sound effect you've got dialed in there, my friend.
I like it.
Yeah,
That's a good.
it sounds like on like a Star Trek episode where like they discover some alien race and that's like what their vocals sound like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Universal translator isn't working.
Yeah. So should I send you the stems for In Dreams and we can work on that, or should we audition some drums for song number 2 and start on song number 2 right now?
Let's work on a new song. Let's make
do
a
it.
new
Awesome.
song right now.
Awesome. Okay. Gonna save In
Doing
Dreams.
one live.
Yeah.
Black Market live.
Yes, sirree. Okay. So to do this, forgive me if you guys can't see exactly what I'm doing right now, but basically we're gonna audition some drums right now. You guys are gonna get a peek behind the curtain of like
come up with some chords here. While we're doing
Yeah, nice.
Any guidelines or ideas for?
So we need to make this, you have to imagine this is a thematic sequel to Eraserhead. So we're going to,
I haven't seen Eraserhead either.
well, but the Eraserhead EP that we did that you worked
I
a
see.
little bit on.
Okay. Yes.
So we want to come up with something ethereal, dreamy, kind of what's the word I was looking for? Let's see. So I'm thinking we should probably have something at a relatively slow tempo. Is kind of my first thought.
Okay.
So a lot of times what I'll do, I'll bring this over so people can kind of see what I'm doing. So these are all the reggae drum loops I've got. If you guys can see this. So these are different like reggae drum packs that I've gotten from Drum Drops, and then here's all the Horseman ones that we've gotten as well.
Horsemandrums.com.
Horsemandrums.com. Man, what a probably underutilized asset by so many reggae producers.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
sure.
make reggae, you gotta get over there.
You do. So I'm kind of thinking we should do something pretty slow.
Okay.
I've got some here at the 69, 71 tempo. That's relatively slow. Let's just pick out this one that's at 79 and see what this sounds like. And typically, I can't do a whole preview of the whole thing, so we're just gonna listen to one of the overheads just to get a sense of the. That's a little dancey, a little more aggressive than what I'm imagining.
Yeah, we need something that's got a more ethereal vibe.
Yeah, something a little sleepier. Also, I've used a lot of these out of this pack a few times, so let's go to something different. All right.
Hot pack.
It's a hot pack for sure. Here's one that's got a full preview. That's cool. All these are a little too just up. I want something slower.
Oh, I love this one.
That one's really good, yeah. Some of these looks like I haven't opened, so let's extract these and check them out. And honestly, you know what? Since there's not really a ton of people watching today anyway, I don't feel bad that we're sitting here extracting zip files. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
Let's extract some zip
This
files.
is the reality of it, man.
It's true.
This is a studio live stream.
Yep.
Here you go. This is what it's like. You're hanging out with us in the studio.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we just heard that one. This one's 65. Okay, these have like nearly identical intros, so I'm kind of confused. Ooh, I already like this a lot. And what you're playing.
I wish you could, because I know there's a delay because we're playing over the internet.
You were playing it perfectly on, though.
The way that links in is fucking sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think let's not overthink this. You've got a certain vibe going there with that.
Uh-huh.
Let's go with that. I really dig
Okay.
what you just played.
Okay.
Let's not overthink. Okay, so we've got 13 tracks we gotta bring in. This is ground floor shit. I almost never share this.
Oh, Andy's here.
Andy, holy shit. What up, Andy?
Jeez.
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah, man. This is like, the show kind of sucks when you're not here, Andy. I gotta say.
Yeah, we missed you, dude.
at least for me, I was kind of dragging. Anyway,
Yeah.
what
All right.
did he say? 85 BPM will work well in my next mix.
Oh.
Are you being humorous here? You telling jokes?
Yeah, Andy, it'd be really nice if you could cut the humor, please.
Your next mix of what? Do you mix things besides coffee, sir? 85 BPM. This coffee.
Oh God.
Speaking of promoting our listeners' things, by the way, make sure to like and subscribe, and also get out to Berlin and drink Andy's coffee.
There's a non-zero chance that I will actually go visit Andy, like sometime next year.
Yeah.
Because my parents are planning a trip to Italy next spring, and they invited me to see if me and my girlfriend wanted to go, and I was like, yeah. Except we would just use their spot in Italy as like a launch pad for us to go like check out Germany and wherever else.
Check out coffee.
Yeah, go drink coffee in Germany.
Where are you guys going? We can go drink coffee in Germany.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right, sorry, just arranging these. All right, cool. What do we got here? What is the 73?
Oh my God. I want to play on this.
I'm going to give it to you in not long.
Okay.
Oh, something just got out. What just happened?
We got a snare drum mic that's off or something. Sidewalk Andy says, what you working on? We are we're creating a new song for the Blue Velvet EP from scratch right now.
Yep.
We just picked out drums. Now we're going to start coming up with a song, coming up with some music.
Yeah. So yeah, first things first, I just gotta lock all this shit down. In the meantime, we can check this groove out. To me, it sounds like there's not a lag. So I feel like I would hear what you were doing now, like without the actual lag, and I'd be like, oh wait, do it how you were doing with the lag.
So
that there's a lag. That there's you're off by like an eighth note, basically.
Oh, I see.
That guitar sounds good. I'm not looking at the screen. So which guitar is that one?
Oh yeah, this is my new Japanese SG
Sick.
guitar. It doesn't sound good.
Sounds so good.
This is a 1973 Greco SG guitar. It sounds so good, man. I'm so happy with it. I just bought it.
All right, I'm gonna name this song Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Nice. This is the one line from the movie that I know, right?
Yes, that's
Heineken. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Nice.
Yeah, and I already know exactly what we're gonna do as far as samples from the movie go.
I can't wait to watch the recording the stream later and hear everything that I'm playing all out of sync with
It's
the
cool.
drums.
It literally sounds cool.
Oh, good, yeah. I'm vibing on this right now. I can't wait to put me in, coach.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, keep jamming on it. Keep formulating ideas.
I need to come up with it. So I'm inspired to do this one Maga Duppy style, just kind of like meditate on one groove. But I want to come up with a B section though.
Yeah, B section would be great.
No.
Yeah. So we've got this is a villainous, violent, drunk, scary person who drives a really cool car. So he's almost kind of like he's the bad guy, but you almost kind of want to root for him because it's like you can't turn away because he's actually like kind of cool. All right, we're gonna do a collect all. All right, you are streets ahead. That's what I will say about that.
What? Is that from the movie?
No, it's a Community reference. I just said it.
Oh, okay.
Is that how you spell Pabst? Pabst? How do you fucking spell Pabst Blue Ribbon?
It's without the second P, I believe.
Okay.
And you got it. Pabst. I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck me, dude. I gotta look how to spell
I'm pretty
this goddamn
sure
word.
you got it now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Pabst. What did
Pabst.
Pabst. Okay, whatever. Pabst Blue Ribbon. Okay. So.
Don't look at me.
Do you want me to... How should we do this? Do you want me to send you the drums now and you can lay down this groove? Or do you want me, based on your idea, to lay something down first before I send it to you?
Let me do... Oh, shit.
Keep the groove going while we're discussing.
I think... wait, send it to me. I'll record this groove while you write the B section.
Okay, I love that.
So I've come up with the first section. It's just A minor. Just vibing on A minor the entire time.
Do you want me to ditch any of this percussion or turn it down?
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Because I'm gonna. Well, do you want me to send you all the individual tracks or just one?
I see.
File?
Just one file is good, but yeah, it should probably turn down the percussion a bit then.
Okay, I'll turn all the percussion down just a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And this is 73 BPM.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. So I'll record. I'll start recording this A minor section, and you can compose.
Perfect.
A second. So Andy says, so the Scatlites are playing in Berlin 2 days after I fly to Scotland.
Oh. That's a major Homer
Have you
Simpson
seen?
moment.
Yeah, for real. Have you seen the Scatlites before, Andy? 'Cause that would be a major bummer if you're missing out on your first time seeing them.
Yeah. Who in the Scotlites are there OG guys left at this point? I feel like there's got to be a couple still.
I believe the only... No, you've never seen them before. Oh.
Yikes.
I think the only original is Lloyd Knibb,
Wow.
the drummer,
Wow.
I think.
Because I remember like 10 years ago, they still had quite a few like of the horn section, I think, or like a couple of them. And I was like, fuck, that like is the Scotlites. Like I want to go see them.
Yeah. Well, for the longest time, the only original horn player was Lester Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he... Did he pass away? I feel like an asshole not knowing
Not
if he's
sure.
alive or not.
Yeah.
But I don't. Google.
Goggle.
Goggling.
Goglet. All right.
Lester Sterling.
That's supposed to be the sound.
What is that?
That's supposed to be the sound my computer makes when someone makes a donation, but it doesn't work for. It does that for everything except the donation sound. So yeah,
Nice. It's a nice sound. I enjoy it.
it's cha-ching. It totally works.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
What?
I for some reason I really thought that Lester Sterling passed away.
Oh,
He still plays with the Scatolites.
good.
Sorry, Andy. Yeah.
Sorry, Andy. He's still alive. That sucks for you.
And yeah, he's still playing in the show that you're not going to be able to go to.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, but only for you. But
Yeah.
and then Lloyd Knibb, I'm pretty sure Lloyd Knibb, the drummer, and Lester Sterling, alto sax player, are the two original members that are still with them.
Yeah.
Just
All
make sure
right.
about Lloyd Knibb.
Check your email. Just sent you the drums.
Oh shit!
What?
Lloyd Knibb died
Fuck.
11 years ago.
Oh,
How the hell did I not know that? Okay.
man,
All
there's
right,
a
well,
roller coaster.
Yeah.
Roller coaster of
Jesus.
who's dead and who's alive in the sky.
I haven't seen the Scatolites in like 15 years.
Yeah, I never got to see
Oh
it.
my gosh.
You know, the album that they did that I always thought was so cool was what was it? It was like Scotalites in dub. It was like a newer one. That one fucking kicked ass. It was really, really cool. Okay. So
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I feel like the
Downloading.
best way for me to write another part, I'm gonna jump on the bass. We don't have to use it.
Okay.
I would rather you play on it, but
You're going to come up with it.
yeah.
Okay. Make a new project here. Bring these drums in. Black Market. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yes, sir. I only drink that pab is to.
It's a weird word because, like, how we say it when we
Very
say it
weird.
fast. Pabst.
Pabst.
Like, we actually. Pabst.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're actually saying all the letters.
Right.
But it's weird. Like, it's a thing that you say accurately, but you have no idea what you're saying when you say it. Pabst.
Yeah.
Pabst. You want a Pabst? Hand me a Pabst.
You guys hear that bass?
Yep. Me hear that.
Sweet.
Okay, so this is what I was hearing. Oops. Nope. Yeah. Shit. Let me get these drums sounding nice. Decapitator, save me. So yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, will you listen to what it sounded like when I was hearing what you were playing?
Yes.
So keep the drums playing, and
Okay.
I'm gonna play along with your drums.
Whoa. Whoa.
To me, that I thought you were playing off beat or something on purpose because I was like, oh, that's dope. That sounds sick as fuck.
But now I'm hearing you playing the rhythm that you heard, but now it's delayed, so I'm hearing yet a third rhythm, which is the delayed version of the delayed version that you heard.
Yeah. Yep. So which way are we gonna do it?
Well, do you like how the one that I intended sounds?
Play it again, because now I'm like in love with my fucked up version of it that I heard. Now
Okay.
I really like that.
Okay, here, let's see. It's like this. Whoops.
Boom,
It's
boom,
like
boom, 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 boom.
Wait, shit.
Dude, yeah.
So for me to hear yours, I think you got to play back the drums on your side.
Oh,
and
okay,
you,
you're right.
You play along with your drums,
Right.
and then I'll be able to hear it. Sounds like you like the other one better. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, there you go.
I don't know about the B section yet, but
Okay.
I kind of. What do you think about that? I kind of like that. Let me play it for you one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, let me I gotta get this. Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, I'm adjusting my bass here, but yeah, you get it.
So it's like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
yeah, that's cool.
I promise you, no one
That's
else
very cool.
writes this way.
By
By
using internet delay.
Having lag as like a key contributor to the writing process. Oh man.
Yes.
I'm cool with doing it either way you want, honestly. But it is cool that it.
All right, let's just
Wow.
let's do it that way, if for no other reason than to do
Because it's weird.
yeah, and because it's what the internet caused, like
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good reason.
just to keep this weird internet phenomenon.
keep the
Yeah.
media, the influence of the medium there.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna record just like a little like loop section, and we'll
Yeah,
and then we can like go Maga Duppy style,
do it.
which is how I never ever do our songs this way.
Yeah.
As in loops, but fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this down, and then when you have a B section,
Okay. Yeah.
we can do that.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see. I need to turn off.
Can you hear this? My bass.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's going there no matter what I'm doing. Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna put this.
I'll figure something out.
3, 4. Yeah, that was 8 times through. Now let me do a little skank, guitar skank. Bucky skunk.
Okay, I think I've got a B section.
Oh. Okay, here, let me just put down this Bucky skunk. And
Okay.
then we'll hear.
Sweet.
Should I take that little delay thing off?
I don't care.
Is that going to step on your dubbage?
No, I think it's cool.
Okay.
So I do have a B section. Okay, so you should just send me that, and then I'll track. I'll track my. Well, how should we do this? Do you want to track bass first right now?
I suppose so. Can you like just teach me what it is? Because if you want me to ultimately play bass on it.
Yeah, I can show it to you really, really quick.
Okay, sweet. Show me.
I'm only worried it sounds like something that's on another Black Market EP, but I can't place it. It sounds like something I've done already. But I do like it. Here, I'll play my idea for the B section. And then we could loop that a couple times or whatever. So really it's just E to D to C.
And the lower note in the C part, were you doing an A?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Perfect. Exactly.
I think we should have it go through only one time. It should just be like a turnaround rather than like a periodic turnaround rather than a whole other section that's looping.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I think if I agree with that, I think that's cool. And I had this other idea that there should be we should vamp on one chord for, I don't know. After we do the B section, we should vamp on one chord for possibly an equal amount of time, as like kind of an intermediate or a section that connects the two sections basically.
Okay. So this is after the walk down or before it? Yeah.
All right, and then we could vamp on the A or whatever for maybe an equal amount of time.
Then we can make the bass different.
Totally.
Just do something.
Yeah.
And then go back into the bass line. Okay.
We've abandoned the ethereal, dreamy thing, but that's fine.
It's kind of driving.
It's fine, because I'm picturing the scene that I'll pull. There's a scene in the movie where they're like driving in a car together, and it's like really kind of nerve-wracking what's about to happen. So I'm gonna pull stuff from that scene.
That's what this sounds like.
That's what this will be. Okay.
All right, here we go.
What up? And then yeah, right after that, just like doo doo or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. That wasn't the same rhythm you were playing.
I actually don't care if you do a different rhythm. I like the chords, and you've got the general idea of the riff I was going for. But beyond that, yeah, do whatever you want.
Okay.
Doesn't have to follow mine exactly.
Okay.
That's it. Maybe even just that long. Once that fill comes in, that could be the transition point.
Okay. Nice.
And then look at that. We've got 3 sections to a song.
Just like that. And
Yeah.
then so boom, dun, dun, and then back into the original.
Yeah, then right back in.
Okay. Let me do this.
Andy says, I'm listening in delayed 3 beers rhythm. That's good shit. Andy, wow, you're making up for lost time in the chat, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what we've been missing.
Yeah.
Brah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Andy, we were saying it's like feast or famine, man. You're not the only one that showed up a little bit late today or not at all. Like
the whole team.
The whole
taking
crew,
the day off.
Man. The whole crew took the day off, but
I mean, it's
all
only
good.
fair. Sometimes we don't stream one week and we take a week off.
That's very
I guess
true.
the rest of the team is allowed to do the same, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Your use of major chords took me by surprise.
Oh,
I was not expecting major chords.
dude,
I'm
open
open to
about it.
I'm open to major chords.
Dude, if I had thought about it, obviously I would have played minor chords. I didn't even
Okay.
think about it. I'm just like, oh, let me just use major.
Well, I mean the minor.
Whoa, why did I play major chords there? It's weird.
Well, it's fine. It's not bad. It didn't sound bad. It was just very
yeah.
different. It was we went into a new mode all of a sudden or something.
Yes. Yes.
Which I'm open to. But
Okay.
yeah,
Here,
I
listen to it back. Let me
Yeah,
hear what it
let's
sounds like
check
when
it
I'm
out.
not playing it. That's interesting. Yeah, that is cool.
it's kind of fucking really cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
I think instead of the C, it should go back to A minor earlier. So it's
Okay.
major, ED, and then to A minor on that. I think.
Okay. And then another move we should do in this song, we should do we should modulate up like a whole key or something. That's one of my favorite devices to like take something like this that is like just a repetitive groove type of
Nice.
thing and just like turn it into something like way more interesting.
All right.
We could get there though. Let's finish this part first. So yeah, actually, okay. So earlier, remember I said that I was worried this thing that chord shape I came up with was something that I've done before. I've done it before, but they were all minor chords. I can't pinpoint which Black Market tune I did that on. It's also not the most unique chord shape or anything, so it's not a surprise that we've used something like that in the past. But I've never done it like that in an A minor vamp going to like the major move there is that changes it significantly for me. I think that's really, really cool.
Or should it be C major? Let me just play it again. Maybe I'm just not satisfied with how I played it.
Okay.
Let's try this one more time.
one of those things where I feel like it's radioactively good. Like
Radioactively, yes.
Yeah, like I need a hazmat suit. It's too good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some kind of cancer from it being so good.
Yes. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think it holds on that C quite a long time, but I do like that it's C major. I think it sounds really good.
Should we not stay as long?
What do you think? I'm kind of thinking it's a little while.
Okay.
But I almost think we should let the drums tell us when to change.
Well, I wasn't picturing going to the change this early.
Okay.
But we can't. Like, what I was imagining is this song is like wall to wall that.
We could do that.
And then just every once in a while, like 2 or 3 times in the whole song, this thing comes in.
Here's what we do. No, let's not even do that. Let's do this part once in the song. And here's how we could do it.
Oh, shit.
Let's do wall to wall, A minor groove, right? Do that.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat it. Pick a point in the middle of the song that makes sense where we go to the B section. We do the B section.
Mm-hmm.
After we vamp on A minor, remember we just vamp on the A minor chord alone for a minute? I think at that point, instead of going back to the main riff in A minor, we key change it up and then finish the song. Maybe we do.
That's a really good idea.
Maybe we do the second part again one more time at the end or something. I don't know. But
that's a really good idea.
I think that would be really cool.
That's a good idea. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just kind of looking at the timeline visually. Let me just find a drum fill.
Yeah.
That will be the moment where it goes back in.
Totally.
Let's see. That's so dope. This
such a
little
good
snare
groove.
gallop.
That is like such a dope
It's so sick.
move on the kit. Like, dang. And that's hard to do, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a good drummer by any stretch, but like I can find my way around a drum kit.
That shit is hard to play.
That's fucking hard to play. Man, so strong.
You gotta have that much that much control over the rhythm of each individual bounce of the stick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Probably right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so let me move our section over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So just loop your shit up to that point, and then we'll start the B section.
Okay. Loop my shit because Nate thinks.
Also,
it's
this
shit.
is rapidly turning into a track that I may not actually need to play on.
Oh.
Which I could still play on it. I'm not saying I don't want to play on it. I
Yeah.
do. But
Of course.
if we got your skank, your stick, and your bass on this, I mean, I could play keys. I could do that, I guess. But that would be kind of a fun experiment if we just wrote a whole song, like maybe where I wrote all the music, but you had to perform it.
Yeah.
That could be kind of a cool idea for an EP.
You want to write like a melody or something?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I can, just throw down some piano on here.
Exactly.
You
and
can
you
play
can just,
organ.
I could do that.
This kind of a song, this kind of a vibe is like where your organ playing shines.
Yeah. Okay.
There's the key change.
Yeah. Fuck. So
Okay,
actually, the fact that you hold on the C that long doesn't bug me at all. Now that I know we're gonna be doing this B section like one time, basically. Like now that doesn't matter to me. I think it's fine the way it is.
Okay.
It's you know what, it's like I hate that we're only gonna do that section like one time because it's so good, but also that's what's gonna make the song so sick.
That's the payoff.
It's a major payoff. Chat, if you're here, what do you think? What do you guys think about this so far? Any ideas? Are you excited for Brandon to slap at a bass?
I think you might be the only musician I know that like is willing to make that joke and doesn't like cringe hard whenever somebody does, you know. Look, which I respect.
Look, man, I learned
a lot of respect.
I learned the hard way since moving to Nashville that like I don't have the energy to try and be cool anymore. I just don't. I don't have it in me. I'm done. So yeah, please, Brandon, if you may, please proceed to slap at a bass now. Thank you.
That's funny. Okay. I'm making some edits, making my loop happen right now.
Sweet.
I know that you guys can't see what I'm doing because my computer's a piece of poo-poo.
It's all right.
And if I screen share, the whole stream will die.
Yeah, we've tested that.
Yes. Okay. Let's make sure this loop point works.
What's up, Stevie?
Who?
I said Stevie Ray.
Oh shit.
That's got a Stevie quality to it. Yeah,
Really? Oh,
it kind of does.
Damn, that's like the highest praise ever.
Stevie, if he forgot his overdrive pedal, yeah.
I can hear what you mean. Other than Jimmy Page, I probably did listen to him more than anybody growing up.
He's pretty magnificent.
It's probably in there by osmosis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, loop point sounds good.
Sweet.
And then here we come on other thing. Oh, perfect. See, there's a little drum fill that fits right in there.
So good.
It's perfect. And then, so what key are we going to change to?
That's a good question.
Here, just name it. I'll just start recording. Just name a key.
Okay, go up a whole step. So I think that'll be B. Okay, do we actually like B though?
I don't know. Let's hear it with the skank. See what it sounds like. Okay, but does that suck though? Yeah.
You told me to name a key and I did, but was it actually good?
I just wanted to just like get it in the
It could have been
flow of the thing.
Yeah, no, it could have been absolute brilliance. I'm not convinced that that's
Yeah.
maybe a half step would have been better.
Yeah, it didn't really hit me like, oh shit,
Yeah,
hell
no.
yeah. It didn't feel like that.
Yeah, I think a half step would actually be better.
Okay. Yeah, I believe you. I agree. Let's just hear what it sounds like with the chord in there too.
Yeah. It's not terrible. It's really not. My brain wants it to come home though.
I think it sounds good. Yeah, it's like tension that never comes back.
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
we could split the difference. We could do. I do agree that actually does sound really cool. It sounds less like a modulation and more just like another part.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, wherever we go, it needs to sound like new home.
Yeah, totally.
Try
So
half step?
I feel like a half step would obliterate any
Yeah.
semblance of where we were.
Yes. Yeah, because we're still close enough to
We're
the
in
home key
key,
where it feels like we're coming back.
We're in key still. The other
Yeah.
thing we could do is move up a whole step. Move up a whole step, but make it major or something like.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? like we're in the keys. We're in like a new mode or something. Like now we're. What am I trying to say? I went to Berkeley. I should.
Well,
know how to
then
articulate this.
yeah, I know. I mean, then we could do like A major.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're probably overthinking it. Let's try a half step.
Let's try half step.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
That sounds like a modulation to me.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a new home.
Yeah.
But I want to try. So we did doo 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 bo bo doo. I want to try boo doo boo doo.
Okay. Ah.
You know?
Okay.
Like that's what they do in Take My Breath Away.
Okay.
Is that nice little leading moment is in the new key, not the old key.
I like.
So let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah. I like.
Yeah. And
It's
then
wild that a half step works so much better than a whole step.
But I think you nailed it with your Berkeley knowledge before. Is the reason why it sounds off, and
It's because we moved somewhere within the key.
we're still in the key. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
You got to obliterate, like
The
you
key.
said, perfect word. Obliterate what key we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Like,
and then
my-
I'm
my-
gonna change.
My other thought was to go up a fifth, but what if we go up like a diminished fifth or something? Like that would kind of be a similar like obliteration. Is that too weird? Or should we just we did one? Should we just keep moving forward?
I think it sounds really good.
Okay,
what we did.
let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and make you play the same riff in every key imaginable.
So I threw in that one little chord to support the key change. The one will take my breath away moment.
Yes, I like that a lot. Sick.
Yeah?
Super sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what this feels like? This feels like when we made the Next Generation dub record.
One of our best.
One of our best for sure. But that's what this feels like. I feel like we had a similar approach on that one where we just were like spitballing, firing off ideas real quick and just going with it.
C.
I say D. I think that's better.
Key humor.
Yep. So the other thing that would be okay, so we've got a cool chord shape down. We've got a really cool arrangement that I'm really happy with. I think the next thing that would really make this song, that would give it a very unique identity, because as cool as it is, we made a reggae track and that's it. There's nothing there. It needs some kind of unique identifier.
Yeah.
Which would come in the form of either a top line melody thing.
Yep.
Or some kind of unique, weird instrumentation as in addition to what we're doing.
Yep.
In the form of maybe like an interesting keyboard sound, or it'll probably end up being both. Some kind of interesting pad sound, and definitely some kind of weird left field top line instrument.
Okay.
Like melodica would be a choice, but I think that's a little too obvious. I think we got to think of something we can use that will be strange. I'm going to start, while you're over there doing that, I'm going to comb through some Arturia stuff.
That's a good idea. Yeah, comb through our synthesizer and keyboard instrument database that we got recently.
Analog 5 is great for this. Just like the Analog Lab thing. Just go through like every preset that's available.
So now I'm going to listen through the edits for the new key portion. Sounds pretty good.
Sounds really good.
Should put bass on now.
Yeah, definitely do bass. Love it.
interesting. I think the battery in my bass might be dead.
Oh, wild.
That's a nice sound you got.
Yeah, a little marauder. Oh, it's a sequence.
That's pretty cool. It fits the vibe.
It's wild.
Yeah. Got a battery in here. Do I?
So many sequences.
Wow, wow,
On
wow. Andy says flute or the other end trombone.
Interesting.
Like some kind of bell. So Andy says bell or flute or trombone.
So far, nothing I'm hearing yet is like, that's the one.
Okay. Sometimes this stuff really only sounds great in context.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, let's put in a new battery. So my bass works. Uh-oh.
Bass is dead.
I think something might be wrong with my bass, fam.
Dang.
Oh, wait.
bro.
Wait.
There you are.
Hang on.
Okay, I just had a thought. Angelo Badalamenti, who composed the music for the movie, he uses a Rhodes a lot. We should pull up a Rhodes.
There's nothing wrong with my bass. I just had to plug the cable in all the way.
That's usually really helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
So we're good now.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm going to record some BS.
Go for it. Wonder if they like have a Twin Peaks preset. Oh wow, you can switch between the stage or suitcase model of Rhodes. Maybe that's just aesthetic though.
How large does that sound?
It sounds very large. That's a good
For
way
our
to
New
put it.
York friends, it sounds huge.
Yep. Very, very dope. one for you?
Messed up when I came back in.
It's really good.
It's pretty nice though.
It's strong. Yeah. It's militant, as they say.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like Peter Tosh is just gonna step up to the mic and be like, "Fuck you."
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's really dope track we just came up with there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the bass right there. So another magical moment of internet delay, I think, has given another nice
Did you hear something
rhythmic quirk.
Did you hear something I did inadvertently that you now want to do?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, I didn't hear. Well, here's the thing is I did it, but now you have to show me what I did because I couldn't hear what I did.
Right. Yeah. Which was the same for me with the bass. I couldn't. I had to be shown.
For anyone, if it's not clear, because this is probably hard to parse if you're watching the show, because me and Brandon were delayed by we figured out we're delayed by about like an eighth note.
Yeah.
Over the internet. So if I play along with Brandon's drums or vice versa, right? That's kind of what's happening. He is hearing it rhythmically slightly off than what I'm actually playing. So we're hearing it differently while we play together, which has birthed a bass rhythm for this track and is now we're going to get a keyboard part out of it. So let's hear it, Brandon.
So yeah, so when you were playing the Rhodes, you were doing two different rhythms that ended up lining up in a different way that I thought sounded cool. I'm going to try to play it from memory. Let's see. It was like
Yep, exactly.
Is that what you were trying to play?
That's what I was trying to play.
Oh shit.
Well,
okay.
Or was I not?
Maybe I could just hear your intention then. Wait, here, play it again along with my drums.
Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm on like a stupid keyboard sound.
Oh yeah, right.
Let me get an actual piano sound.
Yeah.
How about I'll just go back to the Rhodes because that actually worked.
Okay. Well, anyway, that rhythm, if that is the rhythm you intended to play, it's fucking dope. It's very cool. All right, try it. Okay. All right. Sweet. So check out how it lines up.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
So.
Ah! Oh my god, that's so much cooler.
I know. It's like. It's surrounding the downbeat. It's
Yeah.
surrounding the one instead of surrounding the skank.
Oh,
So
man.
sick.
Okay. I would say go for it. You play it. Just
Okay.
do it. I don't care.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll add piano under the skank, guitar or something. I'll do some stuff. It's fine. I honestly
Okay.
don't care at all.
I think you should do the top line for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Maybe you should continue that quest of.
I feel like I don't even know if I could play what you just did. I feel like it'd be hard to wrap my brain around how to transpose that rhythmically so incorrectly. But man, wow, yeah, that is really cool. So I'm on the Stage 73 V2.
Okay, let me
If you
pull
want
that
to, you can add it as a bubble organ if you want. I don't care. Or do a Rhodes or whatever. I don't care how you do it.
Yeah, I'm trying a Rhodes or possibly a Wurlitzer.
Okay.
Could be cool.
I would say if you can do it with Rhodes, do it, because this soundtrack is like it's famous for some Rhodes stuff.
Okay, so yeah, it's a very Blue Velvet thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this.
Rhodes DX7. Those are the ones.
Wow.
All right, I think I found the box we got to put ourselves in for this EP. This EP, we have to write this way, and when we hear something rhythmically that's wrong, we have to use it. We should just use it.
Yeah, the internet delay
Yeah.
EP.
Wow.
I'm gonna try putting a chorus on.
That's cool. Dig it.
Let's see.
I kind of like it clean a little bit better.
Yeah. I agree. It's better without it. Okay. Let's try just laying this down then.
Are you using the Arturia one or one of your own ones?
No, this is the Arturia. This is just the default
Nice.
preset that comes up on the Arturia Rhodes.
Cool.
Yours sounds better.
This one is the preset Clean Mark V.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Really?
Oh, I guess your
Down here.
dynamics is harder than mine. Then. I see.
Yeah,
play it harder.
I'm crunching it.
Okay. Let's try the suitcase. It's not that big of a difference.
I don't hear a difference. I feel like it's just like a skin. It's like an aesthetic thing.
Huh. Interesting.
Which I wonder, like, are they sonically that different? I honestly don't know.
That popping, is that part of the instrument?
Here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna quit my Ableton session because I can hear it starting to not like me.
Oh boy, the stream's starting to fall apart, people. Here we go.
We're having too much fun.
All right, I'm just gonna record this.
All right.
It's hard to play.
do.
It's really hard to play. I think I got a loop though.
Okay. That's so sick. That's okay. It's little things like that that make this go from, yes, this is a really dope reggae groove, but it's just a dope reggae groove.
There's something different about it.
Something about it has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of X factor, and this is a major one for me. This one, this just put the track over the top for me. That one rhythm being slightly off is that's huge for me.
Huge. Okay,
It's fucking huge.
You have to sound like you have a cold. Fucking huge.
Really, the key is you have to make like a
song is huge.
Like a perfect circle with your
Song.
mouth. It's huge. Huge.
This is the part of the stream where Californians make fun of how people from New York talk.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, here we go.
sorry, guys.
See how the loop works. Gonna mix it down a little bit. Yeah, the loop already went by.
Oh yeah, it's there. It's in the pocket.
All right. That's
I can also tighten it up a tiny bit in Ableton rhythmically if we need to, but I think it's pretty much there, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, I'm just gonna loop this out.
Man, we could
And
do a
then
song every
get to
day
the
if we
next
just wrote like this.
section. Yeah, I mean, if we probably
You know what
should,
would be cool if we ever had the time to do it, and I feel like I'm about to kneecap us physically and mentally on the internet publicly for all to hold us to. It'd be cool if we did like a week challenge where we did a song a day, a stream a day, a song a day, like no segments, no nothing. We just start the stream, fucking record right away, just start tracking.
Yeah.
And just do a challenge. See if we can do like a whole album in like a week or something.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah. Hopefully we never do that because that sounds insane. But
We could do that on the Reddit stream too.
totally.
Like just immediately, like nothing but working,
That would, yeah.
nothing but recording.
That, and if we did
Might
that
get
on
kind of
Reddit,
boring though, because there's like stuff in between.
maybe.
Like right now, while I'm sitting here editing.
Well, you know what though? We could probably do it on Reddit streams instead of sets, because we'd be actually playing instruments, so they would let us do it.
Okay. Let's see how this sounds.
All right. I can just hear Dennis Hopper screaming obscenities over this. I'm so excited.
Fuck.
Yeah, because you instinctively want to go back to the skank.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very I don't, my brain doesn't have the muscle memory for this pattern.
Totally.
All right, here we go. That's a contender for an alternate title for this song, like huge dub.
Huge dub. Yeah. If I didn't need to like bait people into listening to my music with like stuff they already like, then yeah, we could call it that. But for now, it's going to be called
dub.
Pabst Blue Ribbon Dub.
Yeah, no, that is a better title given what it is.
Or
Okay.
Pabst Blue Dan. I almost said Pabst Blue Danube.
That's ooh,
It's actually kind of a cool name for it.
that is kind of a cool name. All right, let's see what. This
Yeah, when it
sounds
breaks
like.
up, when you really dig into it, it sounds really good when it breaks up like that. Yeah. You.
It's so hard to play.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it this time. Phew. Okay, let's see if we can make a loop out of that.
I think you got it.
Mad huge.
Mad huge, dude.
I really like that title.
Huge dub.
Huge dub.
Yeah,
Isn't Dennis Hopper like from New York or something? Isn't he
I
kind of
don't
a New
know.
York guy?
Probably. He's just nuts, which is my favorite thing about him.
Okay.
There's so many opportunities for like unique and weird, like just rhythmic percussive things. Like when we switch up these rhythms like this, it opens the door for like everything can have a weird rhythm now. Like now when we add another keyboard part or piano part or something, like I feel like we have to syncopate it in another way to make it even more rhythmically juicy, you know.
Okay, speaking of which, there was another
Oh shit.
rhythm that you were playing that I'm going to need you to play again so we can find it. I believe what you were trying to play was just a regular bop, 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 like
Okay.
regular double skank.
Okay.
So
All right. Let me
in
pull
a
up.
second.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. I gotta open Ableton again. Hopefully it plays nice this time.
Oh, yeah. Do you have what we're doing for the top line also?
No. Let's see. Let's see. I quit Ableton like 10 minutes ago, so hopefully I'm gonna switch it to
Oh, right,
44.1
yeah.
and
It was
hopefully
freaking out.
it'll be nice this time.
I forgot. Your computer was crying.
Yeah, it was. It was like, oh, you spent $4,000 on me. That's it. Oh, I don't want to work though.
Okay, here, yeah. Play along just a skanky skank.
I think that's what I was trying to do.
A double skank, like a. Okay, sweet.
Was that it? I think that was it.
Yeah, that is what it was.
Yeah.
But check out what it sounds like. What you're
Okay.
playing. That's fucking sweet. That's very sweet.
It is very sweet. Let's do it.
Okay.
Lay it on there. That's the thing I love about reggae and dub is like, dude, these rhythms are just they're there, and you can use them a million times, right? But like,
Yeah.
there's that also means they're. I keep wanting to use the word disposable, but they're not. That's the wrong way to look at it. It's like, you can throw the book out. You know what I mean? Because those you don't have to use them the way they're always intended.
Dude, I did.
I don't know.
So
It's exciting.
one of the other things that I was hired to do once upon a time was to completely remake note for note the song "Your House" by Steel Pulse.
Yeah.
I think I showed it to you. Do all the guitars, all the bass, all the keyboards, everything exactly the way that it is. And those guys talk about tossing out the book of the established rhythms, keyboard rhythms, guitar rhythms that come from Jamaica.
Right.
So
It's
those
not
guys
unprecedented what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rhythms that they come up with in their skank, like, it's genius.
Yeah.
And they're just, they're just like this, just like the traditional rhythms are, it's just like a little pattern that repeats.
Yep.
But it's just altered. It's different, know. And so it has the same soul. It feels the same.
It hits the same.
But it's not the same.
Right. Yeah.
It breaks the rules.
And that's because our rhythm section, the drum and bass part, is just completely in the pocket, like super traditional foundational kind of thing to build on. So it allows the skank to be weird and different. It could be something else. Even though actually the bass rhythm is not really what you wanted to do. It's also altered.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to put this down for
I keep imagining fucking this. So the Rhodes thing you just did, and now this one as one part, and trying to get someone to play them as left hand, right hand.
So the organ bubble in Your House, it's like a weird kind of, this isn't what it is, but it's like a.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
Wow.
I had to play it the right hand on one pass and the left hand on the other pass. I couldn't get my brain to groove with it on there.
Yeah.
But after spending time with one rhythm and then spending time with the other one, taking the time to record each one, then I could.
Yeah.
So after I was done recording, I was sitting there and I could play the rhythm.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's nuts, man.
Let's get It's pretty huge.
Pretty huge. Do you think we should keep it a Rhodes thing? I almost feel like we should switch it up with a different sound to.
Okay.
It gets a little. They're kind of stepping on each other a little bit. Like they sound almost too similar.
Right.
Maybe explore something on the DX7, because I know that's another Badalamenti choice keyboard that he loves.
Okay.
Something.
Do you want me to do it? Because you can play that rhythm, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, it's just on the downbeats, bop, 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 on the downbeats. So yeah, if you find a cool thing, so then here, real quick, I'll just do the standard piano bang.
Okay.
The one that is not creative or changed by the delay of the internet.
Right.
And then we still need the top line as well.
Okay, cool.
Let's see right here.
Yeah.
very happy with how this is coming out.
Me too, man. It's fucking
Sounds so
sweet.
good.
Yeah, keep
Wow.
recording the piano skank, and I'm just gonna keep looking around on DX7 patches.
Okay. fair.
Dub chords.
Mm,
Is
That's
it?
hard to
are
turn
those
away from.
Are those dub chords? I don't know about that one, Arturia. Maybe try again.
maybe try. That's funny.
That's kind of cool. It's nice and sharp,
Yeah.
percussive.
Whenever there's like a preset
Reverb.
that says dub something, it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's because it has delay on it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
We put delay on our thing.
I kind of like that. That's just kind of like a standard DX7 piano, electric piano sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. I'm gonna try that. I think
Okay.
it's nice
Oh,
and
yeah.
sharp.
Yeah. I see what you mean. It's gonna give it some nice Blade Runner feel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing this loop here.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm excited to get these tracks from you.
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Sounds so good, man.
Yo, we got Mark. Mark from last week's in the chat.
Oh, Mark Grundhofer.
Mark Grundhofer saying what up. Mark, we are writing a song right now together,
Mhm.
and we're using the inherent lag of the internet to recontextualize the parts we're gonna play. So Brandon would play back the track, I would play over it, which to my ears sounded correct and in time, but to him sounded weird and syncopated, and now he's recording what I played as he heard it, and we're using those as parts in the song. So it's kind of a weird, interesting tool.
Mhm,
A weird device we're using for this track. So I'm excited how it's turning out.
By the way, we should do this for the melody that you come up with. We should have
Okay.
you play it and
Okay.
then let the
internet.
lag of the internet give it a new home.
Okay, I
think.
like that.
Yeah,
Honestly, it works for everything so far. So
exactly.
this is good shit.
It's very Rasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good shit, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm so into this.
Okay, so now into the change part. This shit.
It's.
Okay, I gotta do that piece by piece.
Do you feel the radioactivity of good seeping into your bones right now?
Yes, the radioactivity of good.
Dangerous levels of good.
That's a nice EP name.
Dangerous good.
No,
Instead of
like
dangerous dumb.
radioactivity of good or something like. What'd you say?
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Let's see. All right, I gotta get this piece by piece here. flub some chords at the end, but otherwise I think I got it.
It's so good. I love this track. This is so good.
I feel like the Rhodes gets kind of loud during this part.
Doesn't bug me.
No? It's mainly just during the C chord.
Okay.
This part. It doesn't bother you? Rhodes?
No. I mean, do
Okay.
what you want to do. Go ahead. But no, it's not bugging me.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just infatuated by that rhythm so much now.
Yes.
That's
That is
probably
one
part
of
of
the internet rhythms.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, is there still room for an organ bubble too?
Probably.
I kind of think so. I can hear it.
Yeah. We need that melody. I think you should get more weirder with the synth sound, more something like big and attention grabbing and out there.
Okay. Let me just like save that preset or something. Yeah, I think that's how I can do it. Because that's the one I'm going to use for
Oh, that's the bum bum.
yeah.
Bum bum. Yeah. Okay. The bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
which is the name of it.
Yeah. Should I do this on DX7 as well? Should I keep looking around?
Dude, those marauder sounds that you were playing with, I think. Whoa. I think that was the vibe.
Okay. Let me pull that back up. So you're right, that was pretty cool. Some of this shit is just like, well, we really need to have a lot of presets. So put in that. What's that garbage one that Jason put together?
Put that shitty one in there.
Yeah, that one that just sounds like absolute. Sorry, I shouldn't talk shit. It sounds fine. It is what it is.
There's a place and a use for
Everything.
For everything, man.
Yeah.
In synthland.
Yeah.
The boundaries of synthland are very wide.
That
They're
being
very
said,
huge.
That being said, you guys all heard that one. So I stand by what I said.
All right, we got piano. It's in. So you were saying possible organ bubble as well.
If you want to do it.
This is a cool sound that you're playing with. I think the Rhodes is doing it. Just even after just that much.
You think the Rhodes is fine? Is enough?
Especially once you get that rhythm in.
Okay. It's kind of good as a just straight organ thing too. Just do it. You're already doing it.
That is kind of a nice sound.
It sounds really good. Yeah, I want organ on this, and that actually is kind of a perfect place for organ.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Right
do
then.
it. I have ideas
try
for
it.
stuff I want to do, trust me, but
Okay.
yeah, just do it.
Okay.
This groove is disgusting. Fucking sick.
Ew. Ew.
Sick fucks.
Gross. Ew.
It's really good. Oh, man.
Ew.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What you got?
What mistakes did you make last time, Brandon? Says the Eno card. What?
Oh, shit. Eno card.
Droppage of Eno.
That's a pretty huge card. What mistakes did you make last time? Damn, I don't even know.
I don't either.
Well, I mean,
Not using the internet to compose rhythms.
yeah. No, I mean, it's funny that you brought that up because I really, when you said that, I didn't see that you were holding the card. I really thought you were actually asking me that. And
Okay.
because I
should have played it off
stopping.
like I was.
Well, the mistakes that I made last time was like I was using the fast Leslie and the slow Leslie in parts that I didn't intend to.
Okay.
But, well, let's keep playing. I'll let that.
Ruminate.
Yeah, I'll ruminate on that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, here comes the change section. So I was playing here. No. Let's try that.
I know one thing. I'm having a beer after this one. You fucking sick fucks, what you're doing to these rhythms. You pieces of shit. It's so good. It's disgusting. It's fucking sick. Ooh,
Do you like that?
I do.
Just that chord that's right
I
out there?
do. I love
All right,
it.
nice. Okay. Now we're going to the B flat.
This is my favorite way to produce. Show Brandon something wrong and then just let him make it awesome.
People do that a lot.
Yeah. A lot of my best tracks are produced this way. Just like let Brandon do it.
Okay, we need
I
a
love
melody.
it. I love it. I know.
Stay on that melody.
I want to add guitars, actually. That's what I'm definitely going to do. I'm slightly worried about the height of the bar we're setting with this track.
I started to go back to the
I could,
to the
yeah.
usual rhythm for
I
a
thought I
second.
heard
Like,
that.
nope.
Yep. Today's opposite day.
Yeah. All right, hang on. I got it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Okay. Make a loop.
I'm impressed with this song.
But yeah, we're setting a high bar for this EP, and
This is a good
one.
one.
We'll just have to make every song good. Our hands are tied.
Our hands are tied. Every song has to be good. I know that not every Black Market EP adheres to that principle.
Right, yeah, which is not what we were planning on, but now
there's not a lot of room for filler with 4-song EPs, but we've managed to pull it off before. So I was really hoping, we could squeak by again, but unfortunately, it looks like every song on this EP is gonna have to be good. So
gonna have to be huge.
Gonna have to be fucking huge.
Okay.
Sick.
All right. That's it. I got.
All right. Are you passing it off to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and send that. I'm gonna set a couple things up.
Okay. Here I go. I am going to. What do I do? Oh, yeah. Giving Nate some tracks back. As MP3s, though, not as full WAV files, because this is only for quick and easy recording. We don't need to get too worried about sound quality yet. I'm going to send them the final versions of these tracks later. But we're looking for speed right now.
All right. How are we doing? Are we still huge?
Still huge.
All right.
Okay, I'm exporting some MP3s. Faux that ass.
Sweet.
Then I gotta stop like around 145, 150 or something today.
Okay. So what was that? Another 20 minutes or so?
No, it's like another half hour.
Okay, cool. Sweet. I think what I'm gonna do is add guitars, and we'll try and come up with I might try and come up with a top line off stream, because every time I do Arturia, it just starts to.
Oh, your computer's pooping. I see.
It starts lagging out pretty hard. So.
All right, gotcha. No prob.
Oh man, I'm excited to get my hands on this one though.
So you could simulate it by just like you play your melody that you like and then just scoot it over by a quarter note or an eighth note, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, we could. That's probably exactly what I'll do.
Because that's what our internet stream has done. You know, like it didn't like put us in between two spots of the metronome. Like it put what you were playing on a new home that was still based around the kick drum in a way, you know.
Totally. So I'm going to use a method I used to do a lot on old Black Market EPs that I've kind of rediscovered since doing a lot of these Reddit dub sessions. I've kind of gone back and heard old techniques I used to do that are cool, or just old little kind of extra things I would do on tracks that I really liked. And I'm going to do a pass of that on guitar right now. And then I'm going to add...
like flibbledy-dees? Flibbledy-floobles?
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah,
shit.
that's good dub stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Little flim-flams.
Also, I feel like there is room on this for... You could do an additional skank and stick that are different rhythms from what you're doing, and different parts all together, which I think I might explore as well. But
oh shit!
Okay, I got the
Pabst Blue Ribbon. Bach Heineken. Export is halfway done. Do you have the mic pointed at the right amp this time?
I do. Yes. Thank you.
Was that last week?
Last week was like a
yeah.
fucking disaster.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sucked.
Yeah, last week Nate was recording some guitar. But, I mean, you did change amps midstream. It's not like...
Yeah, that was why.
But yeah, for a while you were recording guitar with the microphone on a different guitar amp.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds so roomy. I don't know.
But that might be... Yeah, dude, that might be one of those secret techniques.
That, I'm not so sure about, but...
75% done.
All right. This is kind of more of an old school stream, you know? This reminds me back of like the Instagram days.
Yeah. Yeah. Us doing the stream show has its beginnings on, you know, deep in the lockdown, deep in the pandemic.
Yep.
We used to do this on Instagram Live, just set up my phone right here in the corner.
Yep.
Just be on while I'm recording. There was no real special discussion or... Well, you used to be listening to what I was doing through the sound of my phone...
The phone speaker.
Microphone.
Phone
and
microphone,
then you were
yeah.
listening through it through your phone speaker and being like, yeah, that's good. Yes.
Yeah.
I love the tone you're getting.
Well, actually, I would at least put headphones on most of the time, I think. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty rough.
Okay.
It was pretty hard to articulate how stuff sounded.
But we made it work, darn it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add I definitely want to do another skank guitar and make it. Yours is like super straight, so I'm gonna add some embellishments sometimes. I might add another stick part that's different from the bass line. That's more like a just kind of straight, like percussive kind of thing. Definitely want to do the that shit, and then a top line. And I just don't know, how do I want to... I got to find the timbre for the top line, like what keyboard and all that. I think the DX7 stuff had a lot of promising options, which I might go with. Let's see. But yeah, we've done this a couple times on a few tracks where we've actually layered our skanks together, and I really like it because your skank guitar has everything that mine is missing in like frequency route wise. Like mine is really bright and it cuts through really well, but yours like in tandem, like with a piano, is just like, it's so strong. It sounds like its own instrument.
Locks
really
with the piano,
yeah, it's really, really strong. And it's kind of in that same frequency range as a piano skank, but it's like way more percussive than a piano. So it just like, I don't know. It's really great. But yeah, we've done layered skanks a couple times now, and I've actually really enjoyed how it's turned out.
Okay, I sent you the tracks. You should have them in your email.
Sweet. Did you send them to Black? Okay, good. High Noon. Thank you.
Shit. You may need to request.
I do. It's okay.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I still got to work out how to do this. Me don't like it.
I will say the best way is to zip them and send them all as one.
Zip them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Or
right.
compress or whatever.
That's what I should do. Zip it up.
I feel like I might have missed one. God damn it.
So we got Piano Roads. See, I think there's 6 in total.
Yeah.
Yeah, guitar stick, guitar skank, bass, organ, piano, Rhodes. Yep, I think you got it.
I got all of them.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I got 5 emails back from you. Oh, wait, 6. There we go. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we got a whole little rhythm section here. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
So good. I love how this section turned out.
Yeah.
All right, I'm almost there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's the first stretch of the day. You know that one. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Oh man.
Woo!
Skunk. All right.
Ah, love that first stretch of the day.
Yeah, dog.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What happened?
That's too much internet drift.
Okay, let me see if I can figure this out.
Wait, let me make sure I put it. Yeah, I started it.
Seems like there's extra space at the beginning. I might be able to just fix it. Hold on.
So I started mine at, yeah, like it's exactly the beginning of the bar of the drum count off.
Yeah, so is this.
Should be. Oh,
Okay,
no.
It's literally like, it's like a 30-second note off. So let me try and just.
Let me check my render settings.
Oh, is it because I'm in 44.1 now?
Maybe.
God.
I mean, if it was playing back at a different speed, it would be, the music would be in a different pitch.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it would sound slowed down or sped up.
Okay, let's listen to this because this is I adjusted it by I think an eighth note, it looks like. Or no, it's less, way less than that. Sounds close. I'm worried though.
It's really weird. Here, let me bring my own tracks back into this session and see if they line up for me. Perhaps blue ribbon. Okay, here they are brought back into my sesh.
Okay, what the fuck? What in the fuck then?
What about this? It looks like the very first drum beat in the count off. Oh. I see all the drum hits being slightly off, slightly late from the grid.
Really?
Now that I'm
they're
looking at it
not
closely.
73?
No, it is 73, but it looks like everything is scooted a bit later. So I think like the in point of the drum bounce that you sent to me is started a little bit earlier than the downbeat maybe.
Okay, it's possible.
One way you could line it up is if you bring in the things I just sent to you
Mm-hmm.
and the MP3 of the drums that you sent to me,
And
bring
just-
those in.
Mm-hmm.
And then just visually use it as a guide. Match up the MP3 drums to your drums in your session,
Okay, let's try that.
and you'll take everything with it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like
Oh yeah, you're right. It is off.
the export point is just a little bit earlier
did
than
that
a
happen?
downbeat.
Okay. Well, my bad. Shitty.
If you can recover that point, wherever that point was, then
I can't.
then that's where you put the beginning of my MP3s,
I believe.
and you'll be good.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying just scoot your MP3s to that point instead of
Yes.
moving my drums. All right, let's try
Yes.
that.
Yas.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. No. Oh boy. This is poop. God damn. Fuck. How the fuck does this happen? I literally do this all the time.
It's because we're streaming right now,
Of course.
so everything has to go wrong. Only when people are watching.
Yep.
That's how it works.
Shit.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Should I do or
try? Okay, since we're talking about the steel pulse thing, try. Getting lots of good inspiration from steel pulse on this. Try something that goes like
okay.
like
Well, actually,
the-
I'm
you're just
hearing
like-
it. I'm hearing it off. So
Oh yeah.
shit.
But that might, if that just gave you an idea.
Well,
We
it
did
sounded
it again without even intending to.
It sounded like the organ part to me.
Oh wait. Well, the thing that I'm trying to show you is not necessarily the exact rhythm of what I'm playing, but just
Yeah.
that, like, there's a guitar player that is you're like constantly hitting the strings and like
Okay.
and throwing little embellishments in. Exactly.
Okay, let's do that. I
That's
like that.
freaking sweet.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, like do like
Maybe
variations, just
yeah.
like constantly playing around, like you're playing a percussion instrument. Like pretend like you're like playing the tambourine
Okay.
or a shaker,
Cool.
but it's a thing that's playing an A minor chord as
Right.
you shake it.
Okay. Hold on. My
Yeah.
monitoring situation is all fucked.
Yeah, dude. Huge. Huge. Yeah, dude. We're definitely getting some cool steel pulse vibes in this song, which we never do. We never go that route. And I'm realizing it's the offset rhythms,
Yep.
which is what apparently was the whole thing that Stuart Copeland did. He just took Jamaican rhythms and scooted them. I've never really inspected that to see if that's the case, but woo, yeah, that's huge. Yeah, just all the little variations, and you just playing a percussion thing behind what the whole rest of the band is playing. Oh, dude, this is so good. Yes, 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 you found it. Yes. Yes. It sounds so good. Sounds so good. It gives it an organic bounce too, you know, it's very human.
Yeah.
And that it's not looped is nice. It's a mixture of loops and the human shit. Wow.
That was a really good idea.
Wow.
That was super fun too.
So good, dude.
Let's listen to that back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, dude. This is very like that like 1991 sound, fucking Steel Pulse, Oswald.
I gotta bury it enough. Gotta bury it enough so that it just pokes its head out, you know?
Yes. And it sounds good, really dry too.
Okay, cool.
Like all those guitar sounds on those records, they're bone dry.
Okay, well you're up against the clock, so let's move on. I like that one. I'll probably edit it slightly later, but for now, let's just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I can only do 4 hours today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which I hate doing, but you know,
Whatever.
some weeks are just too fucking crazy, and I got no
Honestly,
choice but to
we did the same amount.
call it a 4 hour limit.
Yeah.
But
We did
whenever I can, I try to leave no limit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
got
did
a
this.
Fleebledy.
Oh yeah, we got a Fleebledy. You best believe.
Nice.
Also, if we're gonna take the Fleebledy, I gotta record on 20. All right, let's try this bridge here.
Bridge trials. Yeah. That was pretty huge.
the big slide. You. Wow. Fuck Heineken. Perhaps Blue Ribbon. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
They flubled and fleebled all over that track, man.
I used to
was
do that.
good.
I think I did that on every like a Twilight Zone track from the first Twilight Zone thing.
Really?
Yeah, and I was going back and looking at the stems today, or earlier this week, and I just was like, "Fuck yeah, that was cool." Why the fuck not?
Yeah, it gives it a whole new dimension, new element to it.
Okay, well, how are you on time? Should we quit while we're ahead?
Yeah. Sorry, I took the lion's share of the playing time
Not
today,
at
but
all. I didn't earn the lion's share after last week. I mean, please, that was
well, there were circumstances
there were
interfering
circumstances. There were
with you.
circumstances. Indeed,
Yeah,
there were
it wasn't.
circumstances.
That wasn't a representative sample.
Look, just so everybody knows, the goal of the show is not to just have Brandon play everything every week. I also play on this stuff.
Right.
And
Exactly.
I want to, but it is the brain of the stream, like the
Yeah, Nate is the one running the stream.
Yes.
And yeah, you're the editor, director, the one changing all the camera things and doing everything.
yeah, which
Yeah, and your computer is bearing the brunt of it. Like,
yeah, which I'm glad
You got a
today.
lot going on.
Today it worked out fine because it looked like just the Arteria plugin would have kind of thrown a wrench in things. So I'm glad we didn't do any keys, even though I kind of wanted to. But but yeah, it's like, as I was telling Brandon earlier this week, like the stream is finally in a place where I feel like I don't need to keep adding more stuff to it. I don't need to add more like features to the stream. I feel like now with like the tipping mechanic, we've got the links, we've got the chat, we've got all the different scenes set up, the podcast view, the intro, outro, all that stuff. I'm finally at a place where I don't have to tinker with it anymore. So it can only go up from here as far as how much better I get at managing running it while actually playing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think you guys will definitely see me playing a lot more, and I want to play a lot more. That's the thing. So, but who can complain when you got Brandon holding it down? I mean, come on. Did you guys fucking hear what we were all hearing today? Absolute gargantuan, huge rhythms today from Brandon, dude. Absolute giant at what he does, Mr. Brandon Isnick.
Thanks, man.
Dude, what a cool fucking track we did today. Man, I was not expecting today to be... And what a day for literally fucking all of you not to watch, by the way. And I'm looking at you, person
seriously.
watching after the fact.
No.
Like,
Join the stream. Get in here live, y'all.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have loved to have the regulars here today, but that's okay. Life happens and can't always be here, so it's all right.
Yeah.
But man, what a fun stream! This was a blast. We got to get back
Yeah.
to more of just this, man. I feel like sometimes we get wrapped up in like the talk show aspect of this show, when in reality, our bread and butter is we make music live on the stream in our studios. That's the coolest fucking thing we have to offer. It's different from most music streams. So
Right. Yeah.
I
You can
love.
hear two guys talking about shit
Yeah.
in lots
yeah,
of places.
Yeah. But yeah, man, what a blast! This was a great stream. I think we should do the whole Blue Velvet EP this way. I think next
Okay.
week let's start the third song. Week after
Okay,
that we'll do
yeah.
the fourth song, and I'll tidy it all up on my own time and finish it on my own time. But
Sounds good.
yeah, the one I would like to do next week is there's a song by Bobby Vinton. This is everyone's homework. Go listen to the song Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton. And the Studio Dankster. Oh, we've seen him pop up a couple times. Loving the show and the music. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, man.
Love that you're
Thanks,
watching.
studio.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
Glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out.
Everyone, this week, if you can, go check out the song Blue Velvet by Bobby Vinton. This is a song that is going to be a huge pain in the ass to pull off because
Huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, because it's in 6/8, and it's the song Blue Velvet. So we got to do it.
It's iconic.
It's iconic. We're
It's a
probably gonna
huge song.
we're gonna do it instrumentally.
Hugely popular.
Yes. What did I start? I started a new drop on the show. The huge. And now it's like my curse. Now Brandon's gonna fucking do it to me constantly. Oh man.
I love it.
So yeah, it's a song in 6/8 that we have to rhythmically transpose to 4/4 for reggae.
So we're gonna do that next week.
I think we should. I think that'd be
Okay.
cool. Unless you want to, do you want to work on something next week? Is there something that you?
No. Let's do it. Let's do it next week. Yeah, and we can figure out how we'll get it reggae
Yeah.
next week. That'll be fun.
Next week, since we probably should, because there's no acapellas for it. I've looked; they don't exist. So we're gonna need to do an instrumental version of it. So we should both listen to it a bunch this week. I'll try and come up with a mock-up for it. And then next week we'll tackle it and see how far we can get as far as turning it into something that resembles reggae. But yeah, man, what a good stream.
Yeah, great work, man.
Yeah, dude, you as well as always.
Great work to all of you who have joined us today.
Yeah.
Great work for all of you who have found and watched the show today after the fact.
We love you guys.
Good job, everybody. We love you.
guys.
And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, y'all. Thank y'all.
Goodbye.
Voice for your